Whoa. Welcome back to the Low Budget LCS Season 12, Game 1. My name is LaChance, and of course, I am blessed to be back with Vega. How you doing, man?
I am doing amazing. We're back, another season, the third season I'm starting to cast with my beautiful co-caster LaChance. We are opening night. We have the pleasure of bringing you the first game, Season 12. I am so excited to be here, and two amazing teams to kick it off with.
Yeah, this is gonna be a blast, and of course, we are coming into this stream just figuring everything out. If you feel like the sound's off, if there's any technical issues, please don't hesitate to let us know. Oh shit, we're on Pickle House's TV tonight. Oh my god. If we fail you, you'll have our wallets? Absolutely. In that case, we're going to keep our wallets because there's no way we fail you tonight. Yep, that's right. With spectator bugs abound, there's no way that we fail you tonight. There's no way that we accidentally get locked out of spectating any of these games. We're going to see what happens. It just won't happen, right, Vega? There's no way.
No way. That would never happen to us. We've been issue-free for this entire season. As far as Season 12's gone, we've not run into any issues so far. So I'm confident that will continue.
Dude, that is such a good point. We have a 100% hit rate with LBLCS games. There's been no failures this season, so there can't possibly be any in the future. T. Schmidt, what's up, man? Oh, shucks, folks. So happy to be back. We actually, let's see, they've sent us the drop. These teams are both on top of it. And speaking of these teams, Vega, I think you said it really well earlier when we were talking, when we were just chatting and catching up, that this is week 1. We kind of learn alongside you guys how these teams are feeling, where they are in terms of power level. We kind of come into these games a little bit blind.
Absolutely. And, week 1 is the best part of the season for a lot of teams because everyone's even, right? Regardless of your speculation, the power rankings, whatever, everyone's 0-0 starting today. Everything that happens from now on is in the team's control, right? So it's the most exciting position, regardless of scrims or whatever. You're out here, you're playing now, you're building your own record. And we've got two teams that are relatively hyped coming into the season. Velocity Gaming, a new joiner to the low budget LCS, a team I'm quite familiar with from other leagues. A lot of players that have played together for a long time, but Project Volatility, a lot of well-known players, right? A lot of players that have been around the financial scene for a long time. And also my personal pick to finish highest of all the Volatility teams. So it should be a hype matchup tonight.
100%. And, no matter how it plays out, I'm just happy to see some good old-fashioned League of Legends. Get back on the Rift. See some high-stakes matchups. Les Four saying, hashtag the booth warned you. Of course, you are part of said booth.
Yes, I am. A booth. Thank you for everybody who showed out for the booth this week. Amazing turnout. Draft is live, though. Do see already a Zyra ban. But yeah, the booth, we went through all the teams. For everybody who wants to watch the VODs back there, we went through every single league, talking about all the teams, talking about where we think they'll place at the end of the season. If we place you low, here's your chance to prove us wrong. We do go fast and furious through the bans, so we do see Zyra, Fizz, and a Cassiopeia already banned.
Yeah, these teams are ready. They know what they want to get rid of. I've been playing a little bit more League than I normally do, so I actually recognize that some of these are dangerous champions. That's right, I did get dicked down hard by a Fizz earlier this very week, and that's right, it's Monday, so that was earlier today. Short week so far. Getting fucked up by champs. Understand.
What a week.
What a week. What a week. Oh, that's right. We do channel points. We do betting. We bet schmeckles. Oh my God. It's all coming back. It's all coming back to me. So excited. All right. What do you think's first pick worthy?
There's a lot of stuff in the meta right now that what's great about this meta, and maybe also terrible for us as analysts trying to predict what might happen, is the meta is wide open, right? There's lots of stuff. If you have comfort picks, you can pick a hero. I'm a personal fan. I was just going to say Maokai, Ashe, all really good picks early in the draft. The Ezreal's good. There's plenty of stuff like that. The Poppy, Lucian, Nami, always a possibility. Oh, got to go with the Emilio option there. Do love that. Milo gives, obviously the increased range and power solution, and also so good into Maokai. Maokai ults, hits several members on your team. Pop the Melio ult and just let him out of jail.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Also, we will catch up with all of the things that are being said at some point. Thank you so much to the people who've been following. Thank you so much for the subs. Oh, Memer 6, we do need to get a loudly incorrect buzzer sound, though.
Yes,
hopefully
we do.
Not an annoying one, but the Zaya Rakan, the lovers duo. You know a little bit something about Rakan.
I do. Very big Rakan fan. Obviously, Velocity opting into this scrapping comp than Maokai Rakan. Very good engage, good follow-up for each other. Zaya, great scaling, plays very well with the Rakan right now. I do think that's an underrated duo right now with a lot of the new flashy stuff, the Smolder, all these other picks. Zaya Rakan sometimes can get forgotten, but very good duo. We'll see what Volatility decides to use to round out their first three. It looks like it will be the Cassante, matching up the colors with Emilio. I do like that.
Absolutely, yeah. Cassante going to be really helpful to isolate throw threats away, and also just a big old meat stick itself. Super hard to kill when played correctly. We're coming into the second round of bans here. What are they going to take off the board?
I do expect some mid bans from Volatility. They pinched 2 mid laners in the first half. Now you get to the second stage. Velocity has not picked anything. One thing that hasn't been banned yet that I'm not sure. I'd have to look at Velocity roster again. They do have a Kled player who's an extremely good Kled player. I would expect to see that maybe removed. Maybe they think they can handle it, but Fiora taken off and the brand taken away. Their brand, obviously flexible, more played in the jungle now than anywhere else. Feels weird even saying, but
absolutely.
That is it.
Thank God, it looked like the stream had died for a second, but we're back. Although nothing.
We're here.
More on brand. Oh yes, the brand jungle being a thing. I also learned that is just a thing now. The big old fiery guy walking through the jungle shows up and beats people up. Zodiac, yes, of course. The Cassante. Copy pasta there.
Beautiful. They do ban the Mordekaiser, so looks like they're just removing things they don't want into Cassandra. They're just taking away anything that might be annoying there, and they do remove the Scion from Velocity Gaming. I wonder where that's... Is there someone who plays... Are they thinking the Cassandra might flex mid? Do they think it's a Scion mid? That's something. What I like now is we get to watch these teams and kind of figure out their identity, right? Because when you come into the season, unless you've been scrimming teams, it's pretty much just, okay, well, everybody plays these champs, which so far in this draft, these are pretty normal picks, right? We've not got anything crazy, but you always have those teams, pocket picks they can pull out. And here's the Azir. Are we watching LCS?
Is Azir super strong right now? I kind of wasn't expecting to see an Azir. I love to see it when I see him.
He is pretty good right now. At least I hope so, because I feel like telling my players I think it's good. Yeah, I think it's fine. It's safe into the Orianna. Orianna sometimes can get priority over it. Has a little bit more ability to shove the lane, but very good with the comp they've got. I like Azir a lot because he's flexible either as an engage or disengage. And the Shin, a lot of eggs in the Zaya basket with this comp.
Yeah, so many ways to peel for her, keep her nice and safe. She's got that extra escape button tied to her as well. That should be a safe AD carry. That should be 2 safe birds, right? Zaya and Azir should be able to fly the coop whenever they need to, especially with a composition like this. Of course, the birds are probably part of it. Obviously, Maokai, a tree, the nests of which will be in the leaves of the birds. Okay, we got it. We're back. This all makes sense. The narrative flow is perfect.
Comes full circle. I do like this draft a lot. The Nocturne R5 makes a lot of sense here. You're going against a Shin, turn the lights out. Harder for Shin to know where he should be going in these fights. But, both comps, it's really going to hinge, to me, a lot around the bot lane here, right? Can Lucian Emilio get a lead against the Zaya Rakan? Because Zaya is going to be a primary damage threat in that comp. And if you set the Zaya behind in the 2v2, it becomes that much harder for this comp to work. But we will see a lot of safety on the Volatility side. Also, the Emilio, the Orianna, lots of pools there. Everyone very excited in chat.
I am getting us ready for our first bet of the season. just can't spell. It's just so bad. Oh, we can just copy and paste. No excuses. No excuses. Here we go. We're going to give the good folks at home 5 minutes. Who will win game 1? Predictions are live. Go ahead, bet those schmeckles. We'll leave it on this screen for just a second, and then we will tab over. They are drafting in the client right now, so we should be well on our way to at least the buffer zone where Vega and I can wax poetic about the incredible things these teams are trying to accomplish here on the Rift tonight. Obviously, you want to win game 1, right? But there's still so much leeway. This really is just like, you kind of can't lose on week 1. Either you lose, you learn something about the team, and you have plenty of time to improve, or you win, and you come out, and you're feeling good.
Yeah, and a lot of times week 1 is a lot about nerves, right? Which teams have played, and they're just more settled and things like that. One big adjustment a lot of teams go through, especially teams that are playing in competitive for the first time, is when you're in scrims, a lot of crazy stuff happens, right? People flashing walls for kills, things all over the place because it's scrims. You care less about, the outcome. And things seem to tighten up when you play an actual tournament game, right? Teams are less likely to take big risks. They're less likely. So more comfortable teams, a lot of times, will get advantages because they're more willing to take those risky plays, right? They've been here. They've played in these games. They understand it's week 1. You're feeling things out. You're getting an idea where as other teams may tighten up. So it'll be interesting to kind of see how that's managed in the game. Are we going to get a slow kind of building game, or where, some of these teams just come out swinging?
No, 100%. The mental angle, I think, is pretty easy to just, look past, right? This is an amateur league, Do people really care? And I got to say the answer is a resounding yes. I'm playing this Sunday at like 8 a.m. in the morning, 8:30. We're going to have a super early game.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, I'm so excited about it. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to go on a run. It's going to be like a Rocky montage. I'm going to come in, sit down on my computer, play some League.
That's beautiful.
It is nerve-wracking, right? When the games count, when you're in that series and there's long-standing effects. You're playing solo queue, you forget about that game, after a little while. But we're recording these. These are going up on the fridge. And, you want to come away with that W. Real quick, want to say thank you so much to CRO. Sammy just coming in, being a majority shareholder here, resubbing, of course, saying LeChance licks toes. Thanks, Sammy. Sammy had a question during the captain's meeting. Apparently had a legitimate question.
Another
Yet
friend.
we bring him up onto the stage, and the first thing he says is LeChance licks toes. We boot him right away. Didn't even realize he had a real question. Love you, Sammy. But also thank you so much to CRWNII. Not even sure how to pronounce that, but thank you so
Another
much
friend.
for being the newest investor in the low budget LCS. Long B92 as well. Isaro _ Thank you all for being the newest investors in the low budget LCS, as well as Just Bowl Lol. Obviously a League of Legends related bowling event. That's the only thing that it possibly could be. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate the hell out of ya. Hey, Pickle Hater, cheering it. Of course, Chance looks to. Thank you, Pickle Hater. Of course, we are on your television. We can't let you down. Obviously, on the big screen. Appreciate you.
Another
Untrovert
friend.
as well. Not an introvert, not an extrovert, an untrovert. Somebody who socially recharges by unmaking you, taking your very soul and rending it apart, casting it across the universe and into the deepest stars. Dangerous person to hang out with, but very cool. Very, very cool.
That was beautiful. You can't hear me applauding, I don't think, but it was absolutely beautiful.
No, we got
So
it.
happy to be back. I'm so happy to be back here.
Dude, it's so much fun. I am really, truly fucking psyched. Excellent. Untraverse, please be kind to us if you possibly can. Listen, Vega, we got a minute, 50 seconds on this. Let's turn our eyes to the compositions. What do we got here? What are the tasty morsels on the plate in front of us?
The thing I like most about this is if you asked me to just throw a dartboard at competitive League of Legends champions, I would be like, oh yeah, this is 2 team comps that you would see in competitive League of Legends and not much in solo queue, right?
Yeah.
One team very clearly wants to play that 4-1 style, make plays around the bot side, with the Shin ult and the Maokai ult and the Rakan engage and things. And the other side very clearly wants to play a little bit of pick. It has the Lucian Melio that should have an advantage in the 2v2. They want to use their Nocturne to abuse it, and they want Cassante to keep Shin in that side lane, right? Not let him get away with ults easily. So yeah, I mean, I love both of these comps. In my head, I do sort of lean towards the red side comp. I like the proactivity of Lucian Melio. I like the Nocturne turning the lights out. Just absolutely so hyped to see both these teams go together. Because also, yeah, as an analyst, it's just, two very correct League of Legends comps.
Yes, correct. Right. It makes sense. We're not up here being like, what are they thinking?
What is this?
Let's be real. It does happen to us where we'll be looking at compositions. We'll be like, okay, we're not in the comps. We just don't know what's going on here. They're obviously cooking in the kitchen, right? They've got something to say. But this is like straightforward. We can predict the lines of play. Loki said it themselves. Oh, yes, perfect. My first mistake of the evening, and it won't be the last. Let's see if I can rectify it. Nothing game breaking, but I do have to turn the music off and tab away. That has crashed the stream before.
I believe. Also, whenever you have share your
yes,
classic. I've shared this now far and wide to cast
dude,
as a fix for syncing up the times.
And it is the right thing to do. You've totally won me over. When we first started casting together, I was like, okay, so now you'll be in the spectator lobby so you can spectate them at the same time. And you were like, do you mind if you were so polite. You were like, if you just share your screen, like then I'll be on exactly where you are. And I was just like, oh fuck, it was right in front of me. It was right.
I love it too, because then I can go look at items or back up and watch a replay, or like, oh, what happened there that we missed? And I could watch it and it doesn't affect what you're doing. I don't have to be like, oh, now I'm desynced time-wise or anything like that.
Dude, it's just so good. Did I do this backwards? No, we are good. Holy shit, I can't believe
Looks great.
Oh, let's scroll back. Oh, yes.
Oh, do we have a level 1?
Dude, give it to us. Come on.
The new map makes this weird. It makes it very weird.
Oh, Deranged! Caught sleeping. There's the engagement for Con. Gets the knockup. There's the exhaust, and the auto goes to Maokai.
That is massive. Just caught sleeping. The new map. Most teams, we talked about this in the pregame. Most teams are willing to handshake. They want to go easy in the first game, kind of get the nerves off. Velocity. They played in a lot of leagues. They played a lot of League of Legends together. They are ready to go. Game 1, immediate invade. And that's going to be boots and a pink ward onto the Maokai start. Now, the important thing, Deranged didn't have, burn any sums, has the ghost instead of the flash. Ghosting there, not really going to do a lot. So smart to just, hey, I'm not just going to pop it for the sake of popping it. Do get a ward onto the red side here, so they will know Boss Turtle is going to start this red buff.
Yes, they do. And Velocity, it's in the name. 0 to 60 in no time at all. That was great. That's going to play out really well for Maokai in the jungle here. That ward, I mean, let's see how they use that information. Obviously, early pathing on a jungler, that is extremely valuable information, but only if you capitalize on it, right?
Exactly, and I do worry about it because it is Shin Cassante top lane, right? And Nocturne is someone who wants to farm. He wants to get to that level 6 as fast as possible, but it does help your bot lane note, right? They're going to see the Maokai kind of path down off that red buff towards the Crux, so they should know, like, okay, more than likely we're probably not going to get level 2 gank, but just in case, we know he's on this side of the map, right? And for your top lane, you can trade a little bit more aggressively. You know Maokai's not going to be there right now.
Right. You've got a little bit more breathing room. And of course, thank you so much to the newest investor in the low-budget LCS, Prince Joey Bonzo and Blackioin. Thank you both. The next fight, the next kill goes out to the both of you. Just know that you've inspired the movements, the actions of the players that you see on your very screen. We'll see where it ends up happening. Vega, where do you think the next kill's happening? What lane do you think has the most kill potential? Which one is most rich and ripe for violence?
I mean, it's definitely one of the side lanes, top or bot lane. I think Azir Orianna pretty much going to be a farm lane. Those two are just going to be trading waves back and forth, but Lucian Melio has the potential to get very aggressive, but there's a lot of punish potential from the Rakan Zaya, but top lane's the island, right? If somebody gets a lead, if somebody gets an advantage, it is tough for Shin to contest waves early. Doesn't have very good wave clear, doesn't have any AoE abilities to push that. We could see a fight on that side of the map, especially with the new addition of the grubs, which,
yes,
you know, as you
talk about
know, yeah, grubs, you know, early on, 3 spawn at 5 minutes, and then 5 minutes after you take the first 3 more spawn. And as they give a stacking true damage buff, and if you get 5 or 6 grubs, you spawn a grub mite whenever you hit towers. It does bonus damage to the tower. Now, what this has done, though, is made top lane a bit of a... Oh, we do see a big fight.
Yeah, these guys, this is going to turn into something. Always hard to tell with top lane, but it looks like that is just going to be a normal exchange. Nobody goes down just yet, but with junglers in the neighborhood, anything could happen. Boss Turtle's got those double buffs, but a well-placed ward is going to show Derange. Absolutely, Youngster Joey coming in. That's going to be the W, but Boss Turtle actually just going to take him out. That's just an express highway to safety, and Boss Turtle is going to dip right back into their jungle.
Yep, that does mean the scuttle over to Nocturne here is going to be a base here. You'll notice this a lot. Teams will look to base a lot around this 4-minute mark because they want to get items to be back on the map so that they can contest and try to fight over those grubs, right? Because stacking those grubs early means a lot. Now, what that's done to the game, though, has extended game time because now less teams are looking for those early dragon plays, right? They're more apt to look for the grub play on the top side of the map. Look at the red side vision in the river top side.
Yeah, preach. Absolutely. That's really well placed. They can sleep safely at night knowing that that whole river is warded up for them. And I really like what Youngster Joey did, which is he walked straight through the mid lane to secure that other scuttle. My toxic trait as a jungler is that I'll take absurd pathing because my secrecy is paramount. Nothing is more important than that. But Youngster Joey's like, no, I know where Maokai is. Nothing's more important than getting this scuttle right now. I'll get the money, and then I can do whatever the fuck I want after that.
Exactly. Youngster Joey, definitely a player to watch, someone who's known in the LBLCS. We do see beautiful timing here. We talked about the grubs. What's one way to make sure you get them? The base timing for Melio. He's going to walk out of base with his Nocturne. Look to secure those grubs. Ensure that they have the man advantage. The question will be, is there a punish on the other side of the map, right?
Yeah, that's a good question. The real question is, will there be a punish on the same side of the map? Bisk looking a little bit low right here. Deranged tries to make an engage. Emilio's going to start backing right. He got the escort. He got the bodyguard up. And GGG Turtle down here in the bot lane. God, I love that player. Super excited to see them on this Lucian. But they're by themselves. They can take care of themselves. They're just going to get the farm. And they really... you know, it's no small thing to lend your support to the rest of the map, but that is going to get them those Void Grubs.
It is, and it's important to note that we see the notification that when one Void Grub is taken, but players in game don't see until the last one of the camp is taken. So they don't know when Nocturne clears the first one that it's gone, but they can pretty much assume. You see the Lucian alone, you don't see the Melio or Nocturne, you don't have vision on the grubs, you imagine it's happening. So what they end up doing is, instead of forcing a play where they don't think they can, they use that timing to get themselves, you know, a good back timing, right? They know Lucian alone, probably not able to reset that wave completely bot lane, so the Lovers duo gets into base, and I imagine they're going to wait to play around the level 6 for Shin when they'll have that advantage of the Shin ult. He has held the teleport, so we'll have that to use later.
Yeah, no, very fair. Got to give full credit to Les Force. Hashtag grubbing it up. That's great. God, there's probably some real easy brand integration with Grubhub here. But not for us. Ooh. Not for us. Just for Riot. A little bit of trading up there in the top lane. Maokai maybe trying to swing around, make something happen. Lots of wards, though, to contend with. Still, very good warning.
Yeah, Ori is moving down.
Hold on. What's happening up here? Deranged is going to go unstoppable, try to bring them under turret, but is going to go back in. Bisk. Nice, giving him the thumbs up, but the fight is not over just yet. Or is it? God, how many fights end when you say the sentence and the fight is not over just yet? Wish we had a little tracker of that.
They can hear you. They know, like, oh, okay, what if we just made this wrong? Does expend the mana bar there? I know, it's a caster thing, right? It just happens. If you say something, the opposite is going to happen. And notably right now, we do see that does spend Cassante's mana bar. Is forced to base. One of the advantages of Shin is an energy champion. So you're normally trying to trade your mana bar for Shin's health, right? That's how you try and get that advantage. We do see there is a pink on the dragon. They do know this dragon is being taken. Boss Turtle is not spotted as of yet. Did sweep out that area. Good pink ward coverage on the bot side here, but needs to be careful.
Yeah, a little bit of you know, when you're a little tanky, you can poke your head into places you don't belong, right? Just a little bit further than somebody else could. They've got the pink, but it doesn't look like Velocity. Oh, no, actually, they are going to wrap around. As said, there it is. Red team is going to get it. That's the engage right there onto youngster Joey. Lots of abilities popping off here. Oh, shit, first fight in a while. The lights go off. Where's Nocturne going to go? That's going to be the question. There he goes, diving to the back line. They're going to flash away, and Loon still at full health. Really doing a good job with these autos. Pulls the feather back, roots people, but the fight's not done yet. Bisq trying to be the front line, but against 4, it's 4v3. They're throwing out the Azir ult just to get some space, and Boss Guy getting chased down by youngster Joey. Can Boss Turtle show up? But no! He gets the kill in the very end, but has he gone too far? Loon coming in, getting these autos. A comp down here too, but maybe, oh no, this is not going to be the rescue attempt that they were hoping for. A comp now in danger. No mana, but they will be allowed to walk out. Will they take the win? Yes. Okay, all right, a comp does get out there. 2 for 1. Pretty wild first team fight here.
Yeah, and they get the dragon. A weird fight because notably Nocturne is 6, and they did not have the 6 onto the Maokai there. Maokai not being level 6 makes dragon fights so much harder because not having that huge zoning CC ability to just push everybody out of the pit meant that they were able to walk up there, were able to kind of force that engage. And when the lights go out for Nocturne, it's hard for Shin to get in there. It's hard for that communication to go. And we do see some heavy trading in top lane. I don't imagine a lot's going to come from this, but do see the aggressiveness of the K'Sante starting to form itself into a CS advantage.
Full credit to youngster Joey in that team fight, though, really holding on to the Nocturne ult, which I think, you know, I freak out when the Nocturne doesn't go in right away. You know, it's something that's going to take a little bit of time. Boss Turtle coming up here. There it is.
There is
the range going unstoppable, bringing him over the wall. Bisq might be in some trouble right here. A comp here as well. So is youngster Joey. That's some low health bars on the Shen. Shen does go down. Boss Turtle trying to make a run for it right now, but I don't know if he can. The flash across the wall. He gets it. And now Void Grubs are forfeit.
Hey, this could be a 6 grubby game right here. We do see them punishing great movement on the map. They were prepped for this next growth spawn. Already had, you know, members moving up to this side of the map, and beautiful use of the K'Sante ult. Not only does it bring Shin to his death, but it also gets K'Sante out of the Maokai ult. Now that cooled down. We'll need some solo farming time for the Xayah, which is, we talked about how important that is for this comp, right? To get that Xayah online, but 6 grubs, your ability to push the towers becomes that much better.
Yeah, absolutely, that's huge. What is it at 5, the little grublings spawn?
All right, 5 you get them. I think at 6 it's 2, right? You get 1 spawn on 5 and 2 spawn on 2, I believe.
Oh, they're so cute. Terrifying.
Look at like lemmings though. They just run to the tower.
They are. They are. They do not have any self-preservation instinct. Loon here getting ulted. 2 picks happening at the same time. But look at this. The response, the counterpunch. Youngster Joey going deep onto the Azir. Turn into 2 1v1s, but the Rakan coming back, trying to protect the Azir. Wave Boy is going to get escorted out by his support. Great reaction time on both sides there. Stellar fights across the map happening at the same moment.
Yeah, it's just a trade of ults across the board, right? Azir ult gets used. They trade flashes in mid lane. Outside of that, we do see the Nocturnal used and the Rakan used. The Nocturnal being used defensively is, I would say, a little bit of a win for Velocity. You don't have to worry about that threat now as much as the side lanes, but they do use it, do an amazing job, TVA does, of immediately punishing with plates on that bot side.
Absolutely. Wave Boy here looking a little bit low. Does D Brownie have the ult up? Nope. Still halfway. Recharging on that. All right, we've got like a moment of peace here as teams kind of collect themselves, keep that CSing up. I'm looking at the gold lead here, and we're seeing, you know, about 2K in favor of Project Volatility. They've got the Grublings. They're in a really strong early position. This is a very safe place to be at 12 minutes. Definitely, and there are opportunities for plays on the map for Velocity, but so far, Volatility has done such a good job of punishing those, right? Of reading the script for what the next play is going to be, and then positioning themselves to punish that play. Do see youngster Joey continuing just to farm up in that jungle. Outstanding job there. I see some action here in the bot lanes. We do see some jockeying for vision here. I do like to double ward the bush to make sure. You gotta double ward some bushes. Here's the logic. Watch. Okay, he peeks it, right? So he's going to clear those wards now, but now it's going to take him twice as much time to clear.
Another friend.
So right. It's brilliant. It's
all about tempo. It's all tempo.
It's all tempo and mind games. That is League of Legends. Thank you so much to the newest investor in the low-budget LCS, Navex Drippy 84, and then TFT Camino. I hope this TFT season has been going at least okay for you, because it hasn't been going that great for me. Back to the game. We've got a dragon spawning in about 3 seconds here. Second Drake. Is that... I'm seeing the Cloud Drake
It's got the Cloud Drake icon, but I see a Chemtech in the pit.
Yeah. All right. A fun little feature. Fun little spectator feature, as always.
We like that. We take what they'll give us.
We love that. Absolutely. Look at
It's going to be a fight. Kasante's already rolling down here. Shin is hitting the tower top lane. Does have ult, though, so Shin can join anytime. They're going to call off?
It looks like lights go off, but I think that's more as a defensive play. Yeah, Dragon goes down. We don't find ourselves with a fight just yet, but there it is. Youngster Joey gonna go in onto Waveboy. Can he be protected? He's fleeing deranged, going in, trying to find an angle to ult him, but look at that, a zero, keeping him alive for just a second longer. Holy shit, Waveboy lives for just that second, gets that auto, and now it's a 2v2 in the mid lane. Boss, Turtle, and Bisque against deranged, and Brownie. Let's see what happens. Health bars are dropping, but Boss Guy is on the way. Can he get in there for the shield? Holy shit, Kasante gets the kill. He is so strong right now, gets Charm knocked up. The flash, the charm, the ult, the execution. What a punchback from Velocity Gaming there. Sorry, Project Volatility.
That was all over the place there. It looked so long, like the Nocturnal was just used for vision, right? Just used to push them out of the pit to secure the dragon. And at the last second it goes in, it was hard to even track the Shin ult during that fight. And then at the end, a good punish somehow out of that. The Xayah is 2-0-2 with the CS lead. We did see the bot tower go down during that, though, so the gold lead continues to grow. But, you know, I talked to you about this in the pregame before we were live, is that Velocity is a team that sometimes gives up advantages in laning, right? But team fights very well together because they play together. But Volatility so willing to pull the trigger. I love to see it, and they're right onto the Rift Herald.
Oh my god, they love it. They love this pit. Youngster Joey, though, are they going to get picked right here? That's going to be the knock-up. The lights go out, but you can't go anywhere when the whole team is there. Oh, shit, he finds the target onto the Xayah. Xayah gets chunked down to half. Youngster Joey makes it out. Great use of the ult there.
Beautiful job. I think Velocity is going to push them off this Rift Herald with that play. No Nocturne ult now, no Lucian ult. Also no Melio ult. Bot lane, Orianna ult is used to get some damage there, but what a game right now. Is a lead for Volatility right now, and I love how focused on objectives they are, but you're a little bit too optimistic on that one.
I've been told that my mic is not loud. I don't know how to fix it. I'll do my best in the next game. Just as a heads up.
Screaming. Just scream.
Or I'll just scream. I'm just going to scream so loud. My neighbors, I'm sure, will enjoy that. Bisque, okay, hold on, down to half health. Nice, going to talk back towards the tower. Deranged trying to find an angle right there, dealing so much damage. Really chunking through that Shen. Great Kasante play here.
I will say, this is the Shen experience. You pick Shen, and you hope that your bot lane gets really ahead. That's the Shen experience, right?
Oh my god, Waveboy gonna have to go in. That's gonna be the Azir ult being dropped right there. It's gonna come down to the autos. Will he get it? The last one, there it is in the duel. Cut up to the top lane, a 2v1. Bisque under turret, the tower's gonna fall, and then they're gonna try and make short work of him, but Bisque not ready to be eaten just yet. Gets out of there. Loon was in position to help if he needed to.
Bisque not ready to be eaten is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful call.
Okay, I'm gonna trust the conflict. If the mic sounds okay, then we're all good. Again, first cast back. Let us know if you hear any technical issues. We don't really have a complaints department, but we'll do our best.
Feel free to DM us.
Yeah.
I can't say that anything actionable will come from it, but we're happy to hear from you.
No promises. You also might point out something perfectly valid that we just don't know how to fix.
Yeah.
Once again, low budget LCS. It is a promise. 90 seconds till this next dragon shows up. We've got 2 dragons already on Project Volatility. They're probably happy to keep stacking it. But gold leads are looking a little bit more even as these comps start to stack items. Vega, do you think that there's a shift in power when it comes to 5v5 team fights, or is it still just going to be kind of like coin flips and come down to play?
I do think they're in the period of the game where Volatility has to make plays, right? The Lucian, he's most strong around like 2, maybe 3 items right there. That's a really good point in the game for him. But as the game continues on, the later and later and later it goes, the stronger that Xayah becomes, right? And the Xayah has gotten a lot of early gold. CS lead has 2 kills to assist. Will be a force later in this game. And obviously the Shin ult, being global is a huge, boon in the later macro stages of the game. Always get nervous watching people walk through that choke. But yeah, I think this is the time of the game where Volatility needs to accelerate a little bit of the tempo here. Wants to get that third dragon, put them on soul point, make Velocity not be able to stall anymore, make them fight around this. We'll see if they're able to do so. So much jockeying for vision here. Herald is spawned in the mid lane. It's like no one will be getting into that. They're going to use it to get in here and sweep out wards, but surprise, surprise, there are no wards.
A teleport coming in. Boss guy might be the target of an engage right here. Boss Turtle going to back up. God, so many similar sounding names. They do have a meaty front line. I mean, we talked about how this was so much of a protect the Xayah comp. Let's see. Dragon is being started. Pink has been put in the pit. Shen is making their way over. Azir in the mid lane has to start walking down. Damage being poured into the Dragon deranged as the frontline Loon getting some autos off. Boss Turtle and Rakan. Here we go. That's going to be 4 or 5 people charmed right there, but still, K'Sante in the front line just so meaty. You need the damage. Shen being channeled onto the Loon, I believe. Not 100% sure. K'Sante still looking pretty healthy. And into the backline, youngster Joey goes, has to flash away into the bush. So much damage, but no one's dead. Not yet. K'Sante trying to change that blue team. They get the dragon. They get their first dragon and a kill as well. Bisk now trading off in the front line. A lot of damage came through. I think that was a crit from Lucian. Gonna dash forward. Gonna get some autos off, but Azir's gonna go in, and so will Bisk. The flash away. Brownie gets that kill. 1 for 1. Top for support right here. Such low health bars. The perfect bait for both teams. When do you pull off? When's the right decision? Should you keep fighting? You can only find out if you go and get some kills. Of course, I want them to keep fighting, but I am biased exactly towards that. I think that's going to be it. I think they're going to peel off. That was a long fight.
Yeah, a really long fight and a lot used there. And you see kind of the different fight lines. The Azir resets the fight with the ults. Very good, but there's so much dive and so much sustain with Emilio, right? So much healing on the W and shields, keeping people up. The Lucian goes largely untouched in the fight, able to deal a lot of damage there, but Velocity is able to smite away that dragon, take away that dragon stacking early here. And Ocean Drake will help a ton. You do see lanes kind of resetting themselves now. Volatility still in that window, right? You still have that window, 2-item, 3-item Lucian, whenever he gets onto it, where you are very strong, but you really want to make those fights happen before Velocity's completely set up, right? Because when you have a Nocturne, one of the worst things that can happen to you is if you're just flying straight at them in a line, right? And the entire enemy team knows where you're coming from. But we might see a play here.
Speaking of Nocturne, here he comes. Youngster Joey trying to have the 2v1 onto the Shen, but Boss Guy's coming up too. Shen getting burst down, but he's still going to go in. Sorry, we've got Boss Guy. Sorry, the Shen went down. Boss Guy's on his way. Boss Turtle was there too. So many bosses. I don't know who's really doing the work here. I think we still might have a fight up in that jungle. Yeah, absolutely. K'Sante is here too. That is just such a threat. I don't know if Maokai and Rakan really have the damage.
No, I think he's just trying to get that blue away. Ult here from Lucian in mid lane, just poking Xayah off. Yep, just getting the blue buff and not trying to get out.
Absolutely. On the run now. Looks like they will be able to get out of there. And Wave Boy, we've seen him in this position once before. He won the duel last time.
Yeah, gets the ult. It gets the Ori ult out again there. Forcing that so good. The Xayah, very strong right now, collecting these mid waves safely, has the double buffs. They have a lot of tools right now. Jhin is up with the ult, so even though he's not on the map, he can always join, and it's not as risky as a teleport and things like that, right? Mm-hmm. You can use it proactively or reactively. But yeah, one thing I was pointing out earlier that I really want to make sure people understand at home is Nocturne is most effective when he's coming from an angle, right? When he's forcing the enemy team to react when they don't know where he's coming from. Dragon fights are actually one of the harder places for Nocturne to play because as a jungler, he has to be on the dragon, and usually the angles he's coming from are going to be on that dragon. It's easy for Azir, Rakan, these types, Shin, these types of champions to kind of plan on, well, he's probably going to go for our Azir or Xayah, right? Mm-hmm. He's probably going to be diving that. But if, you have your K'Sante coming from an angle, separating somebody for Nocturne to kill, that's when the Nocturne really thrives, right? Now, in the shop a little bit there.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, what is youngster Joey not going to try and kill him while he's just standing there?
You got to try.
You got it. You got to
at
least give it a shot. He's coming back. Yeah, he's going to... Oh!
It's out. That's my new buzzword for the season is tempo. Everything everyone does, good or bad, is for tempo.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Put it on a flashcard. Nocturne really sticking his head into the blue side jungle.
Oh, they do know he's there.
Yep, and he's outnumbered. Youngster Joey going down to half health. He's going to turn the lights off to try and get away, but he's got no target because the whole team is right in front of him. But he makes it out again. That's the second time I've seen Nocturne be able to get out of a sticky situation like that. And they lose mid-turret for it.
God, they don't have the Recon ult anymore, so that tool's gone. But they do have the Maokai ult.
Absolutely. Look at this engage. Boss Turtle's going to eat absolutely everything right here. But Kasante's on the back line trying to... But Loon with the ult, too. The flash away from Turtle. Lucian's going to live through that, and Boss Guy's going to knock up Youngster Joey. Shen is on the back line, too. The Azir passive coming in here, bringing up that tower. That should help push them off a little bit. And again, really low health bars, but everyone makes it out, at least for right now. Oh, no, never mind. Sorry, Kasante goes on, makes a mess of things, but oh, holy shit, GGG Turtle gonna get dropped. Bisque now in the mix as well. Boss Turtle running forward. Wave Guy is the sole source of damage at the moment, not able to get those spears onto him, and ADCs are traded in the mid lane as this next dragon is spawning.
These team fights are so close, but largely the Azir Tower being the MVP there, put out so much damage and able to give that safety. They do get the shutdown onto the Xayah there. The Oriole, so much damage in the middle of that fight when they're all clumped up around the tower, but they're going to get first access on this dragon. This would be huge for Volatility to get. They want to get this soul point here, and they have an angle.
Yes, they do. It's 3v3 right now, but Melia's showing up just as Waveboy shows up too. The taunt onto the backline. I think they're going to be able to eradicate that Orianna, but the lights go out. Youngster Joey down at half health, though. That's a defensive Nocturne.
No AD carries.
To see that. Flashes over the wall. Waveboy in a little bit of trouble, doing a short dash. Boss Guy trying to get in. Charms multiple people. Shen coming in with the taunts too. Orianna is down. Waveboy in the midst of all of this, still alive. Youngster Joey goes down. That's a double kill. Kasante on the run. Is he next? Can he make it to the blast cone? But look at this. The Azir ult, a triple kill. Can he make it a quadra? Please give us a penta for the love of God. But Acompt says no. You're not even gonna get the quadra. I am gonna get out of here, or at least buy enough time for Kasante to make it away. Dude, no way. Does Melio get out of here? Nope. Nope. No. There it is. There's the kill. And they are gonna pick up a lot all over the map for this.
Yeah, it's actually massive. They're gonna get this second dragon. They get a ton of gold. They get the mid tower, the Azir. 5-1 now, incredibly strong. And who did I circle in our pregame? Told you to watch out for Waveboy. I thought that he was an underrated player, and showing up here in game 1. Fights are so scrappy. That fight had no AD carries in it, so no one was dying for so long.
Yeah, that was wild. And the order in which people showed up was pretty nutters as well. Baron down to half health, Nocturne walking through. Do we see a crazy over the wall steal? No, we do not. That's the Baron secured.
A lot of gold in pocket right now for Velocity. They try to catch one on a different back timer, but very disciplined. They are going back together. Volatility still in this gold-wise, but these next couple of minutes with the Baron buff are going to be very important. The Volatility does not bleed too much of the map. Dragons are reset now, 2-2. Neither team really in threat of that soul anytime soon. Imagine we will not be seeing an Elder anytime in the near future, but there are still 6 grubs. So one thing that's important here is if Volatility ever wins a fight, even though they don't have Baron, they do shred towers. They have a lot of ability to eat through towers very fast. And Velocity right now, they're on the timer of, okay, we've got the Baron, we need to pressure towers around the map. A lot of times this is where Nocturne can excel. If Velocity tries to spread themselves too thin around the map to get as much as they can off the Baron, there's always the opportunity for the Nocturne to make a play. Speaking of, you see some movement towards the bot lane here.
Yeah, they don't want this 1v1 to keep happening, and they know how effective Waveboy is. They're just going to try and pick him if they can.
Good wards from Velocity, though. Spot that out. Spot that rotation out. Able to back the Azir up to safety here.
I got to say, speaking of gold, after that Baron take, I think the first time all game Velocity Gaming found themselves in the lead. Oh, wait, no, sorry. They got the first blood. Since the first blood, really.
First instant.
Right.
First instant minion spawn.
So, I mean, they're back on top. They've got... Oh, lights go out. There it is. There's the pick we were talking about. Waveboy, can he get out of this? When he does try to make his way to a tower, he drops the Azir, but doesn't connect. There's the Shen ult coming in. That's right. You forgot what this comp did. And he's fleeing away. Youngster Joey's going to take one more turret shot right there, and he goes down. Bisque gets that kill. What an amazing reaction. That's why you draft the Shen, to protect your carries. And in that instance, it was Waveboy, and they did their job. Give Bisque a raise.
Yeah, if you're not used to playing against it, that's what the Shin can do. You think you've got a 2-on-1 pick, the teleport would be too slow. The giant Shin ult there. It's going to earn him a tower also, so more Baron power. They're going to try and fight a little bit here. Mid does get the knockback on Xayah, but just have the ult.
Absolutely. Cassante in the mix here. He's going to go in. He's going to isolate. Who is that boss guy? He gets the recon. The teleport's coming through. We got to fight on many fronts, but does not connect with the Xayah. Oh, that's the flash. That's an engage right there. Boss Turtle really going for it. Cutting down this turret. They get the objective. They clear the wave. They can back off if they want. Looks like that is what they're going to do. 2 minutes till this next dragon.
Yeah, and they earn the flash cleanse on that Lucian also with that flash from Maokai. Gets themselves also an inner tower. That gold lead now ballooned up to about 3.5K. Just what you wanted to do, right? You get the 3 items to Xayah. Now you beat the Lucian to 3 items. That's so important for their comp. The Azir fully online now. Now you should be confident going into this next dragon fight. You have a lot of tools. Should have the Shin ult up by that point. Volatility going to have to try to find something creative here. Maybe a pick, maybe something like that. Their 5v5 team fight going to be hard right now if they're just front to backing against the 3-item Xayah.
Absolutely, and I agree with Lil Dear Lilia. Man, I love the tree. Maokai, simple champ, old champ, which is fitting, right? For sort of an elder ancient tree. It makes sense that he's one of those really old champions, but boy howdy do I just love him. Hold on, is this a pick here? Youngster Joey trying to secure this blue buff, but they're going to do everything. There's the taunt, there's the taunt. That's a gone Nocturne. Well done to Velocity Gaming. What a pick.
That's what warding does. They had vision on the blue there. They knew Nocturne was doing that. They could see some people in the way. He's confident to make the play there. Now the jungler off the map. They secure all this vision in the bot side jungle, and then they'll look to just catch the waves and prep to fight around it.
Lot of chaos, a lot of fights over the past couple of... Oh, hold on. Let's see if we got another one right here. Bisk, you've been the target of so many ganks. They're going to go for you again. They want that Shen. Taking some damage here from the turtle. That's going to be... Oh, there we go. Isolating him. Kazante bringing him back. Says, you are not going to get away this time. And another pick happening on the map here. That's going to be, 50 seconds that Shen's going to be down for with a push on the top lane. Like you said, when they win a fight, they can rip through towers, and we're going to see it right now. The Voidlings plus just a lot of damage from Lucian onto the inhibitor. They're trading Dragon for this, maybe? Let's see. Can the Lovers duo hold the inhib? Looks like they are pushing them off. A little bit of a
but I still love that play, because where can Shin not ult to? Himself. It takes the play to the Shin, right? Make that fight, and you end up getting an inner tower and a base tower. There's a lot of gold back, and this isn't sole point, right? If you think you're not strong enough to fight right now, make a play on the opposite side of the map, and they do a very good job, and we have a little bit of collapse going on around here.
Ignore that.
We don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
We don't know what that is. We've never seen that before. So weird. And we're back to the game. Yeah, no, I mean, we were talking about it with, we saw it with Nocturne too, right? What's an effective way to gank Nocturne? 4 people very close to each other isolate him, because where's he going to ult to?
Where's he going to go?
They're trying to kill him anyways.
You could turn the lights out, but they're all standing around the fire, so it's okay. We do have the Baron going to be coming up. That's the next point of contention. I imagine Velocity going to try to play to force a fight at the Baron, right? They're on the triple ocean drake. They have really good item spikes right now. They've done a good job contesting vision and being on the map. And also, it makes it a little bit harder for Volatility, because the open lane they have is the top lane, which is naturally where this objective is going to spawn.
Absolutely. Baron is the target.
No wasted time.
Scuttle. They know what's up. Youngster Joey coming around. Baron down to half. Health bar being burned down so quickly. Are they going to engage? The lights go out. That's GGG Turtle over the wall. It's getting low to smite rate. Blue team gets it. Deranged coming around back. Cassante got the flank right here. What's going to happen? A fight on many fronts. A comp going forward. That's going to be Rakan taken down. Now it's a 2v1 on the back line. Can they kill the Cassante before the rest of the team shows up? He's unstoppable, but not for long. And now a 4v4 front lines fighting for it. Loon and Waveboy showing up. The damage is here. Oh, but the health bars drop. GGG Turtle flashing away, dashing in with the E, but they go down. Nice, goes Golden. Loon lives in the end. Healing just a little bit, gonna walk forward, and here we go, a 4v2 now, but with such low health bars, they could easily go down. A comp, next is the next one to fall right here. Youngster Joey on the run, the W, but the spell shield He's going to flee him away, but the slow and the same and the flash. There it is, a full-bodied ace. Velocity Gaming taking it in with Baron buff. Vega, is this the end of game 1?
I believe it's gonna be. They have really fast tower take with the Azir and the Xayah here. They're gonna shred through this. I believe this is the end of game 1. It's 4 seconds on Cassante. I don't think Cassante can stop this.
Oh my god. He's gotta try though. Deranged gonna run in like the madman he is and do everything possible. But at the end of the day, Velocity Gaming takes game 1 of the series.
Holy moly, new team in the league, making a statement in game 1. The early game, there's a little bit of shakiness. The Nocturne made some great plays around the map, but the team play, once they got into the 5v5, Velocity really showing that coordination of playing together for so long. What a game. It's so close to being back and forth there. I wonder if your volatility, just a few things go different. You get the smite on that 3rd dragon, maybe just a few random picks go a little different way. That game could go the other way, but props to Velocity. Absolutely. Once they got the lead, just turned the screws on that game.
100%. Look at that Azir damage, but also look at that Shen damage, man. 2nd most damage on his team, and also big ups to the Cassante and the Orianna. Really turning it on. Oh my god. Hot damn. Is the stream dying? If the stream's dying, let me know. But if you're just seeing a black screen from time to time, that's perfectly normal. Don't even worry about it.
That's for your enjoyment.
Exactly. Feature not a flaw. Feature not a flaw. All right. Hot damn. Okay. Well, now we're going to, let's see, ready for invite whenever. Now,
I am in the lobby.
Oh, you're in the lobby? If you could shoot me an invite.
I got you.
Now, Uwufi, of course, has invited me to play Earth with him. And I'm honestly, not going to lie, pretty sure you know that we're streaming right now, so I'm not going to play with you. Later, though. Later, I'm down. Hot damn. Vega, what did we learn from game 1? What can we take into game 2 here? What should we take into game 2?
Team fight comps are good, I guess, because both teams seem to have the same read on the meta. And I'll say this, I'm going to go on record saying this, and some people will disagree with me, and they can, and I'm fine with that. I think Lucian is a trap pick. I think that Lucian is a champion that seems very good and does very well, but is so hard to pilot once the game slows down and is played like in stage games. It's so much harder to play around. We're immediately into the draft. Holy moly.
Yeah, these guys go quick.
I just didn't do the draft link since I don't think
I got it. I think.
Oh, you did get it. You got it. Okay.
There we go. Cassiopeia.
We do have a swap aside. Sorry.
We do. Damn it.
I am sorry. I am deeply sorry.
All right, you talk about this awesome thing, and I'm gonna go remember how to do everything in the background, and hopefully not disrupt the stream.
We're learning. Yeah. Same banned so far. Cassiopeia banned. Volatility. Velocity does ban the Zyra again. I imagine swapping of sides. I wonder what the priority over pick 1 goes. Deliberating on that. Ban 2. They do ban the Talia out, so still double mid bans there. The Fizz looks to be removed from Velocity again. See what the 3rd ban is on the side of Volatility. If they choose to make another ban, do they opt to ban a 3rd mid laner? Do they opt to remove the Azir? Thank you, Lachlan. That's my hot take, is that I think that Lucian is a champion. It's like you play in solo queue, it feels amazing. You play in scrims, it feels amazing, but it feels amazing in scrims because scrims are so crazy. You know, like so up tempo. But once you get on stage and the game like slows down and everyone's kind of, going about everything the way they should, they're playing more, like that. It's really hard for Lucian just to punch through front lines. We do see Xayah banned out from the side of Volatility, and the Maokai banned for Velocity will be a first pick Varus here for Volatility, going for that bot lane power. See if there's any swaps here. What does velocity value? They will be off the Zaya, off the Maokai for this game. Do they opt to early pick? Looks like hovering the Jarvan now. Another engaged jungler. They did like that a lot. Jarvan a little bit better early power, a little bit better dueling. Ganking much earlier. And they're going to opt into the Orianna themselves. I could be wrong, but I believe that Wave Boy's profile picture on Discord at least was at some point Orianna. My reading is that Wave Boy likes control mages based on the bans and picks so far. It does leave the 0 up. We could see the matchups flip. Oh, Volatility hovering the Akali. Love to see that spice, and they do lock it in, the Varus and the Akali here. And a Poppy coming in also, not only getting that pick against the Jarvan, but denying any Poppy top lane shenanigans against the Akali.
Oh, right. Okay, I'm
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Thank you. You crushed it. Now I'm realizing we need to choose the prediction. Let's just say it together. Velocity Gaming won.
Velocity Gaming won.
Choose
outcome.
outcome.
I tried.
Velocity Gaming.
Velocity Gaming won. Oh, I thought we were doing it together again. I'm sorry.
No. Okay, beautiful. Predictions have paid out. Enjoy your schmeckles. Some of you are schmeckamillionaires right now. And you know what to do. Spend it all on the
You got to bet it again.
Yeah,
Yep,
if you won the first time, it's like statistically impossible that you would lose.
It's house money. It's not
house
even
money.
it's not even like you're spending
Yeah,
anything.
exactly. Easy.
You would have been proud of me.
Please tell me why.
I went to Las Vegas for TwitchCon, and came out $300 positive.
Oh yes, dude. I really am proud of you. You know that I try to espouse the the cooler heads prevail when it comes to gambling. You shouldn't go all in all the time, right?
No.
And you didn't. You walked out with $300.
I was smart. I just played blackjack. I like blackjack a lot because it gives a sense of community. It's all of you versus a dealer. Like, even if you're not doing well, you want the guy next to you. Like, I want you to win. I want you to take this guy's money.
I like that.
A couple of friends of ours had never gambled, so we did do that, and it was a lot of fun.
That's fun.
Came out 300 positive. There was, a couple meals there.
Yeah,
Oh, we do see a
great.
Kled ban. The Kled is banned. We do have a Seraphine in this game, which is Seraphine's not something I've seen a ton of, which I love of this season, right? I'm like, I haven't seen Seraphine a lot, but that's probably good with Jarvan, right? Especially into some of these comps, like there's a lot of ability to lay that over. There's a ton of shielding on the side of Velocity here. I'm curious as to what they choose to round this comp out with. They will be against the Varus and bot lane. Ooh, the Aphelios.
Oh, very cool.
I do like that a lot. Aphelios, very strong. And in the right hand, Aphelios is one of those champions that I feel like if you know how to play Aphelios, you're really good at him. And if you don't know how to play Aphelios, he makes no sense.
Yes. Confirmed as a guy who can't play Aphelios.
Same. It doesn't make sense to me. Something about the moon, and there's all these different weapons you can pick from. I don't understand it.
I just sort of clicked with Kindred. I've been like messing around with the jungle. And that's been fun. It's nice when you learn what a champion does. I also played Cassante for the first time ever. Been casting him for however long he's been out. Never really 100% was sure what was going on there. But now I know what the abilities do. And that's very exciting for me.
There's a few champions that I have played 0 games on. Hwei. I've not played Hwei.
Oh, I love Hwei. I've played a bunch of Hwei.
I love watching him. I love watching Hwei. I think that's really interesting. I haven't played Smolder, but I have watched enough Smolder to know what he does. Rammus post rework, now that he has the ult that jumps.
Oh,
never played it. And Quinn. I've never played Quinn post rework. I played old Quinn, but I've never played new Quinn.
Sure.
Which new Quinn is like 7 years old now, so I'm dating myself a little bit.
Right. Hey, I'm right there with you.
we do see the Shin does get locked in, but we get a Blitzcrank for the side of Volatility, which I really like. So a lot of people don't know this, but Blitzcrank's ult removes shields. It breaks shields. So you're getting Shin ulted, you're getting Seraphine shield, you're getting an Ori shield. Well, what if I just took that shield off of? What if I just removed that shield? Also Camille in the top lane. I like this, picking a more aggressive top laner. That way maybe you'll be able to punish the Shin a little bit. It is a little bit harder because now the invulnerability field that Shin gets with his W, a little bit better against Camille, can block some of those empowered auto attacks if it's timed correctly. But I like the idea of if you're playing against someone who just wants to split push and teleport, who isn't trying to 1v1, picking something aggressive into it and saying, okay, I'm going to punish you in the lane, or I'm going to, make you so low that ulting away is dangerous for you. Or, if you have a battle, you're at risk of losing your tower very fast, right?
Right. Absolutely.
All right.
And these guys have requested a 1 second bathroom break. And so while they do that, I'm going to move the things that I wasn't able to move. Oh, fuck. Well, you were doing a great job with the draft. Look at this movie magic. Who needs
Beautiful.
producers? This is like...
I like this. This is my favorite part of it because it's like, when you see like some behind the scenes show and a guy's like nervous or something like that, who's like a famous like athlete or something, and you're like, man, he's just like me. And then when you watch this, you're like, wow, it's just like, this is how I would do it. This is, the same experience.
That is what I want people to experience with the LBLCS. I want people to tune into this stream and be like, wow, what an approachable stream. Look at them fumble around with this thing that they've been doing for 5 years. Very, very human. Oh my God.
Yeah, and that's the allure, right? We're all humans here.
Low budget LCS, : we're all humans here. Speaking of humans, thank you so much to the 2 wonderful new ones who are the newest investors in the low budget LCS. And that's going to be Skylenchu, as well as Eon Ninja 2. You guys kind of rhyme together. Maybe you know each other because you followed at the exact same moment. But if you don't, it was perfect timing. And I wish, God, a better caster would have a third line that rhymed there, rule of threes, but I don't, so I'm going to move on and thank the 2 people who resubbed during those games. Lil Robot Man. Oh my God, Lil Robot Man. Thank you so much for the resub. 32 months. LeChance licks toes. Lil Robot Man, by the way, around a lot of streams, has casted with me. We're definitely going to get at least another game in at some point in this season. Very excited for that. And T. Schmidt 54-2. Thank you also. And what did he spend with his hard-earned money? He said LeChance licks toes? Put a question mark at the end. I feel like at the beginning of every season, I kind of got to explain what the whole licks toes things is. Very, very briefly, there is a guy in the league called Someone You Don't Know. As I've said in the past, it's some Odysseus bullshit, naming himself something that when you refer to him, it sounds like you're talking about nobody. Just started saying LeChance licks toes. It's just alliteration, and people just kept saying it. And so here we are, stuck with it. But it's beautiful, and it's honestly the most effective piece of branding I've ever seen in my life. So Someone You Don't Know, who I'm playing on a team with this season.
Someone you don't know.
Someone you don't know. You don't know him. You don't know. Super nice guy, though. If you did know him, you'd be really happy that you did. Oh, all right. Here we are. It's happening. Have we missed anything?
I don't believe so. They're just going through the draft in the client now. All normal things.
That's neat.
I have a random offshoot for you.
Yeah, fucking go for it.
Do you remember the period in time? And this is completely random. It has nothing to do with what's happening.
Even better.
I'm thinking about this today, and it really, I don't know. It didn't bug me, but I was like, huh. Do you remember when Gangnam Style was like a thing?
Wow, this really doesn't have to do at all with anything. Yeah, I do remember that. When it was, like, just everywhere. And everyone was doing that. It was kind of like one of the first... This isn't true. Songs have come with dances, since time immemorial. But But it was one of those. If TikTok had been a really strong force or existed at all at that point, I mean, people would have just been Gangnam styling on it for months.
That's what I was thinking about. Is I'm like, wow, social media really wasn't at its peak yet when that happened, because now like almost every dance is somewhere, but I feel like it almost hit like a weird window and then died out because like TikTok hadn't existed yet.
It was really popular on YouTube. I remember that.
Yes.
It was on like there was just a lot of it going around.
Yeah, it was everywhere. And now when I think about it though, nowadays I think I see Crank That Soldier Boy more than I see Gangnam Style.
Dude, I remember freshman year of high school in the gym walking, and they were playing it in gym class for us. It was nuts. God damn, dude. Soldier Boy.
Well, you know what they say?
That brings me back.
You either crank that Soldier Boy or it cranks you.
Dude, that's so true. They do fucking say that. Psy's apparently Psy, the guy who made Gangnam Style, is apparently like has been doing just fine and like touring a shit ton. I don't know. I saw a thing that said that. Maybe that's just me falling prey to headline culture. I hope he's fine. I wish no ill will on Psy. I saw him. What he's been doing at his concerts is, so he arrives on stage via a like raising hydraulic platform.
I saw this.
Dude, yes. And he jumps like fucking, he has like a 30-foot vertical leap.
It's actually insane.
And then lands.
It cannot be good for your knees.
Dude, I was just thinking that. You and I were in our 30s and
we're both in our 30s. I see something like that. I'm like, that could not.
And
that could not be good for your knees.
He's fucking for sure, like, he's got to be in his 40s, right? At least.
He's got to be.
He's got to be. What's that dude eating that his knees are so good that he's landing from like, all right, I said 30 feet. Let's say it's at least 10 feet. It's tall. He
okay,
goes
30
up
feet.
high.
Now to think about it, 30 feet.
30 feet's
pretty high in the air. Like you might get like severely injured.
Can you imagine
from a 30-foot drop?
Can you imagine miscalculating the speed on the hydraulic press?
That's like a third-story drop.
Just sending Psy, international pop star Psy, flying through the air into the crowd. Holy shit.
Your knees are definitely not hanging around for a 30-foot drop.
Nah, dude.
Or your ankles, for that matter. I don't. Maybe, yeah, that's getting older. It's just thinking about.
It's all turning into dust.
You know.
I do distinctly have memories as a teenager being like, I bet I could. I would just roll. I would just roll.
Oh yeah, me too. This is a true story. I broke an ankle jumping off my parents' roof with a trash bag.
Dude, you are wild. Wait, as a parachute?
I thought it would function like a parachute, yeah. Because it was, I mean, and that's only like, what, a 12, 13-foot drop? I mean, 30 feet.
Vega!
What do you want to think about?
Vega! I'm so glad you're okay, man.
I'm
Holy
fine now.
Shit.
I'm fine.
I know, you fucking shattered your ankle, I'm sure.
Just for any young people out there, it does not work like a parachute and will not in any way stop you from falling.
Dude, there's such a funny part of that, because it's like, hey man, like, you know, there's like a segment of people who'll be like, cartoons are like bad for you. And that is like cartoon logic. Did that inform your jumping at all?
Oh, definitely. I'm sure somewhere, like watching Ed, Ed and Eddie or something, I was like,
dude,
this'll work.
I was talking to a friend recently who he got like climbing rope for a birthday. You know, he was like 10, 11, I don't know how old he was. He tied it to the base of his bed and was like, oh, I'm gonna like rappel down the side of my house. And he just like, he thankfully had a moment of just being like, I don't think this rope's gonna hold me. He just didn't do that, but for sure was gonna get fucked up trying to do the same thing.
1,000%. That's one of those, like, I don't know. I mean, but I can see the logic. For me, I would have been like, well, it's made for climbing. Surely, you know, it can handle the weight.
Dude, totally. 100%. On my fun like childhood accident stories is that on 3 separate occasions I was in cars whose brakes failed for various reasons.
Oh my God.
And the car rolled. They were like parked and I was in the car and they like rolled through traffic and I was completely unharmed.
That is crazy. That is borderline amount of times where you're like, someone's out to get you.
Dude, I know, right? Someone's sabotaging
that's like
the brakes.
one too many.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, one time the car almost went into a lake, one time it crossed a very, very busy street, and then the other time it was just going down a super big hill, and it got stopped all 3 times. But speaking of miracles, here we are.
Or danger.
Or danger. Speaking of intense danger, here we are in game 2 of this beautiful financial series. Just to catch you up once again, we have got Velocity Gaming on the red side versus Project Volatility on the blue side. Velocity Gaming up 1 game in this beautiful best of 3 series. Project Volatility up against the wall, and this is the comp they have brought to play with. This is how they're going to extend this into the 3rd game of the best of 3 and how they think they are going to take it home. Only one way to find out. The flash pull. There it is, the level 2. And comp says, I'm not kidding. Look at that damage. Turtle ready for it as well. Really, really well played. Oh, you love to see it. The flash pull from a Blitzcrank, and it lands.
I love it because they've gone in an opposite direction in the first game. They said, you know what? You both kind of played the standard front to back, tank top, tank jungle, or, engage jungle, control mage mid comp. And they were like, you know what? That's not us. Let's play the Akali. Let's get a Blitzcrank. Let's play the Camille. Let's get some stuff that fights,
Right.
And early on, Blitzcrank being Blitzcrank gets the hook onto the Seraphine, blows the flash. Let me tell you, Blitzcrank without flash is a lot more dangerous than Seraphine without flash.
Absolutely. Yep, you've got that Hex Flash. Oh, a great taunt. I think denying that cannon creep. I don't know that that's going to result in a kill, but really well done, denying some important early gold.
Yeah, and abusing the fact that they had the larger wave, right? You force Camille to take that. Is gonna, can't tell if is he feigning a base or just backing off for safety. They don't have any idea. I think that Poppy cleared top to bot right now. They think Poppy should be on this top side right now, and she is not. This wave bouncing out bot lane, so dangerous for the Seraphine having no flash there. They did not bring a heal.
No, indeed. Jarvan getting that scuttle. He's going to use the scrying orb. Look at that taunt boss turtle coming up. Maybe they'll try and go for a dive, but Deranged is pretty good. Both Deranged and Bisque, I feel like, have already shown us that they're the kind of top laner that can make you regret ganking them. And
they do spot the Jarvan there, which is important. Oh,
that was close. That was
yes,
close.
It was. Now, notably, no flash on the Camille. Pretty common to take the Ignite teleport there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he lands it! Max range once again. The Ignite goes down onto Boss Kai, and the damage coming through. Will it do it? It ticks down, but no! Oh, wow. Boss Guy has got to be breathing hard after that one. Yeah, maybe back a little further away. We got a Varus up here tossing arrows. Deranged going in. He's the one who's going to stop the backs right here. He's going to... What? Another one! A Compt is on fire right here. Turtle going for the kill. But look at that. The root. The first blood goes to the Varus, ticking down. Boss Guy's going to flash away. Look at that. Bisque being knocked up and slammed into a wall right there. But he is going to flash over the wall, bringing Deranged with him. 2 turret shots. Madness all over the map. Deranged, you can't possibly think
dying?
You can pop him. Oh, Deranged is making me really nervous. Okay, they're all right. They're okay.
And the only deaths are AD carries trading with each other. But the main thing about that's super important. We do see more trading in the mid, of course. No time to waste. But main thing is, we did see the wave crash bot lane. They did miss out on all of that CS onto their AD carry bot. Varus with a huge CS lead after that. Top lane a little bit of the opposite there. But Grubs going the way of Volatility again. Very good job of them making that a priority throughout the game. So top to bot clear, so they're able to base, come back out on the top side, fight over that top lane pressure, and then get the Grubs. Will secure them another 3 in this game and a 500 gold lead right now.
Hashtag grub it up. Now, Puddle was
Grub a dub dub.
Grub a dub. Time to yeah, boy, there's a lot of weird things we could say using grub. I'm sure we will throughout the season.
Yeah, much like the players, we are also in our warm-up period of the year.
Oh, yes, absolutely. This is all, we're just, wow, deranged. Just
Ooh.
saying.
I was saying he's going back. I was like, oh, he's just going to get out of here. And very deranged play.
Truly, truly. No mana, no health, a level down. He's like, let's do it.
To be fair, the Shin'Ul, there is a lot to go.
Oh, look at that taunt. Beautiful, but he's got the shield. Deranged not even worried. Never was worried. You only need 1 health to live. The rest are just, you know, it's house money. Hot damn. Beautiful. Yeah, no, this is our, oh, Deranged. How are you going to get out of this one, baby? Just staying under tower, honestly, is a great way to do it. You do got to say goodbye to that CS, though. Oh, there it is. The taunt goes in. Bisque wants to get the auto, but he gets the shield, and the ult comes through. Deranged. Oh! Quickly becoming one of my favorite top laners just over the past 3 minutes. Hot damn. Well done. Oh, Compt, I can feel it. A Compt wants another pull right here. Look at that sneaky
Flash
little
is
shark.
Coming back now.
Absolutely. Hiding out in the bushes.
He's saying, Flash is up. I need to get that Flash immediately. Let me look for a hook now. Get rid of that.
Salivating for a pull.
He's going to be a dragon here, it looks like. So, much like last game, Volatility, very good at getting these early objectives.
Yes.
Getting their lanes, pushing, and able to do it. But the Shin, again, in good position in this game, has the... Ooh!
Forcing the flat. Just a Comp on fire here with this Blitzcrank.
We didn't see it, but a Comp did flash himself on the Blitzcrank again. So flash for flash seems to be the wave in bot lane.
Absolutely. And a Comp just has no problems at all playing that card over and over and over again. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right.
They're wising up to it a little bit.
I liked the raised eyebrows on that emo. Look at this. The taunt comes through. Boss Turtle here. Let's see the flag and drag. There it is. Lands up, but buffering. So, the Cataclysm. Oh, no better reverse Uno card than just dropping a Cataclysm on somebody who just used their only dash.
I see your razor legs, or scissor legs, and I raise you 1 giant wall of terrain.
Compt is just out of their minds. Loved that. Peeking in, putting themselves against the wall, and then firing at the unexpected target. Really, really like that. But we saw last game, right? Loon, very, very competent ADC. Put themselves into an extremely powerful position. Last game's composition, for the folks just tuning in, was essentially drafted around. Oh, here we go. Part 2, take 2. Bisque coming around. It's the Poppy this time. Can't dash through that. Here we go, the Ignite ticking down. What other tools do we have? There's the knockup. Boss Turtle's coming, but not soon enough. Hold on, we got the shield. Deranged isn't the only one with shield, but he's gonna go for it. The flag and drag does not knock Camille up. Oh, that should have hit.
Oh, my goodness.
Boy, howdy, if we had replay, we'd be looking at that Blitzcrank pull again.
This entire game, just back and forth, everywhere on the map. Someone makes a play in one lane, someone makes a play in the other lane. Someone makes a play in one lane, someone makes a play in the other lane. And, a lot of parity, but... Oh, gold also dead even. Just a dragon and grub lead right now. The mid lane, much like last game, the early lane, there's not really a lot going on. But I feel like that almost favors the Akali, right? Because Akali, you know, if she's a melee champion into range, if she can get out of this early phase of the game without really getting punished too bad, she's happy with that.
Absolutely. 100% Forsaken Mythos! Welcome back! Happy to see you again. In this, the 12th season of our year, low budget LCS, youngster Joey coming in, slamming him against the wall, a beautiful headbutt, dodging the flag and drag on the run. We got 3 people running after, but how will you get over the Cataclysm? You'll use the flash. Well played, Deranged here. Oh, it's the grub dub time.
Oh, Velocity's actually gonna fight for these grubs.
Yes, indeed, a flag and drag over the wall. Boss Turtle doesn't want it just yet. Ooh, but look at that little suspicious blast cone. They do want to take it. What a naughty blast cone. Will they do it? Not just yet. A Compt throwing the fists out. I think they're just trying to deny 1 grub. Maybe they're just feeling it out.
We don't have their bot lane here just yet. Looks like they are going to end up giving the ball up. Volatility says she merely adopted the grub. I was born in it, molded by it.
Yes.
Velocity forced off of the grubs there. It is a 6-0. It's early to see. We're trying things out. We're trying new things.
Oh, yeah. Listen, people talk about caster curse a lot, right? That you say a thing, the players do the opposite. All right, it's a little trading up here. You didn't want me to finish my sentence, did you? Come on, boys. Okay, all right. You know, caster mania is the other side, right? Where we slowly dip into madness. We go for references that maybe only we would understand, and you know, just bits that don't make any sense or work. There we go. All right, I knew if I talked long enough, you'd interrupt me. The 1v1 up here in the top lane. These two top laners been at each other's throats all game. Deranged going quite low. We haven't seen the taunt yet, I don't think. Bisk waiting for it to come up. One more auto. Does it? Truly beautiful. Well played by Bodyguard Bisk up there in the top lane, getting themselves a good old kill. Happy to see that.
Yeah, Bisk on the Shin pick, looking to be a power pick for Velocity here. Other teams take note. They do like playing this Shin. We need a Blitzcrank Roam.
Yes, indeed. And there it is. A comp just picking himself up. And, oh, the ult lands as well. The charge up. Wave Boy taking a lot of damage. Oh, but the Shen is there. Is wondering why he lived for so long. 1 for 1 so far. Boss Guy on their way. The Seraphim. Oh, the flash from a comp. He had it up. That's the one summoner spell I'd expect him to never have. Oh, he does it. The mind games. He pulls in the Shen. The Ignite coming down. Getting back under tower, a comp really feeling themselves on this Blitzcrank, baby.
Yes, I will say good troll. As I talk, as I live and breathe.
As I live.
Another
We should do a whole cast that is just old-timey phrase, just old-timey exclamation. My stars! Would you look at
Heavens
that,
to Murgatroyd.
Heavens to Betsy, look at Boss Turtle coming in on this engagement. It looks like he's ready to dance. A teleport? My dance card is full. Ooh, Brownie. Nice, landing the Akali. Will he go back in? Uh-oh, someone's been bad. There's the punishment. Youngster Joey goes down. Deranged, though, knows no way but forward. Dives into the back line, dropping the ult. Lots of disruption. Bisk here, making his way back, taking out this range, and Brownie cutting themselves across that team fight. Lynn's looking quite low. I think they've got another charge. They will go down. That's the double kill. Oh, wait, the ult's up again from GGG Turtle. A comp with the pull. Does he have it? Oh, there it is. Now we've got another front-to-back fight, but not a lot of health bars. Here we go. He saved the pull to pull Boss Turtle away. Here it is. Oh, you're up against a rock and a giant turret that's going to shoot you, but that's a triple kill. GGG Turtle wants it. Will he win it? No, Loon gets it in the end, but incredible counterplay from the Varus.
And they come out dead even in gold. It's the exact same gold at the end of it. And I'm sorry, you sent me in the middle of that fight by saying somebody's been bad because they get punished. Head and hands the rest of the fight. But what a fight. Both teams just willing to fully commit. I was going to make a point before that fight that it was really bad for Volatility that Shin got fed because part of their comp is wanting to pull that Shin away in the side lanes, and now it's harder to match. But Ejectocito, cuz goodbye to the Orianna.
Uh-oh.
Should be.
You ain't want this smoke. Oh, they do. And they get it. Speaking of smoke, Akali's going to use it to get out of there. Youngster Joey pushing Loon away. Listen, if a comp's going to go down, he's going to make at least one pull just for the point of it.
They got the dragon, which... Okay, I was going to say if we're talking about game 1, they got to 3 dragons. But that's only 2 dragons, which they did also get to in game 1.
Yes.
But it's a positive outlook that they're contesting the dragons like this, right? And the Varus, it is AP Varus, which does mean... Yeah, a lot of ability to burst, you know, can burn through that Shin very quickly, does a good job against tanks. But does mean itemization probably a little bit easier for the Shin.
Brownie lands it. They've got the extra level too. God, Akali is so beautiful to watch play. The Orianna ult lands. But Brownie just has Wave Boy's number. That was extremely well played.
Yeah, that was outstanding right there. Beautiful plays. And we do see a little bit of the issue with side laning. It's easy for the Shin to side lane against the Camille. It's a lot harder for Orianna in those long lanes to clear waves against this comp. Holly loves having people overextended there. Will they look to contest this rift? Darvin should be able to get into the pit regardless of the EQ. The question is if he wants to. They know Akali is bot
doesn't
side.
matter if he wants it or not. There it is. A comp pulls him over, and there's the kill. Turtle is just on the money when it comes to these ults. God, there's just... Oh, God, deranged going right there into the back line.
Very deranged play.
So much so. Look at the flank! The comp coming from another direction does not land the hook. Here we go. Loon trying to have his own outplay moment as well, but this is going to be a 3v1. Maybe going to get that kill onto Turtle. He gets it.
My
Loon
goodness!
getting the shield. That was incredible from Loon.
Sidesteps the hook and outplays a 3v1 to trade a kill. They do get the shutdown, which matters a lot. There was a lot of gold over for killing the Aphelios there, but goodness, what a play. Both these teams just flexing the outplays.
Oh, God damn, dude. It doesn't matter what league we're watching. The teams in the low-budget LCS, just they bring such energy, such fire to the fight here. It's a pleasure to be back. All right, we got that Rift Herald. It charged down, took a chunk out of mid lane, but did not drop it. That tower staying up is honestly pretty impactful.
Absolutely. We do see right now, Bostrado very aggressive into the enemy jungle there, but...
Oh my God, Youngster Joey stopping him.
That was scary.
Well done.
Very scary moment for Boss Turtle right there. You're probably in your head like, oh, it's okay, I'll just take the cold, and then it doesn't work. You're like, oh.
Wait, what?
What happens now?
That too. And I'm actually not kidding. That's not a bit. I didn't know that it stopped you.
I didn't know
either.
either.
I wonder how many
player dashes.
I wonder if either of those players learned that in that moment as well. Dude, a comp is just so fancy.
Oh, I know. The angles that he's able to find in this game to get hooks, putting people in uncomfortable positions, and I love this play. You have the vision control around here. You're able to just look for these plays. They should have seen that board. Maybe they didn't. We'll be top tower going over to Shin. Probably, right?
Yeah.
Shin does get the top turret. Bring back a little bit of that standing gold on the map, but Volatility holding on to that mid tower and the mid tower right now. So important, right, for map positioning. They have that bastion of safety on the map to rotate through, and you see how almost immediately vision collapses into this bot side of the jungle when those towers are gone. No safety to be found here.
None at all. And well, we have a second. Thank you so much to the newest investors of the low-budget LCS. Jubies, Xenogenesis, and Heat and Speed. 3 excellent names. Thank you guys so much for the follow. Heat, by the way, a great board game. Been playing it a lot recently. So much fun. It's about racing in the 30s. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know you're a racing fan.
Yes.
Dude,
F1's almost back. I'm very happy.
Oh, shit. Look at that. Poppy stopping 2 dashes right there at comp, just waiting in the weeds, in the bushes. That's right. Ha! A potential counter. Oh, that almost snags the Seraphine and pulls them over on the wall. Here we go.
That's really important. That was Verisol used there to try and chain together. Does not have the... Oh, my gosh. What is the cooldown reduction on that ult? That ult is almost back.
It has been up suspiciously fast. I feel like I'm seeing it in literally every fight.
I'm watching the ult cooldown on the left, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, that circle's filling in pretty quick. What are we going to see here? What do these teams want? What will make them happy? Can they find joy here in this moment? A comp certainly will. Look at this. Oh my God. Okay, pulling Bisque. Here we go. That's the Shen. That's an okay target at least. Let's see where the taunt goes. Look at that. The flag and drag. Boss Turtle, GGG Turtle protecting themselves in the backline. But as it goes forward, Brownie trying to find that Seraphine in the end, and health bars dropping low for the red side front line, and that's a lot of red side dropping quite low. No way. Okay, Deranged does not make it, and Wave Boy does get pulled in the end, and that is going to be a full body ace, a actually massive swing. The tone of my voice does not reflect how important that fight was. Incredibly important. They've aced everyone. Will they take Baron off of it, perhaps?
It's looking like it. A beautiful job by Deranged in that fight. Even though in the 1v2 against the Ori and the Aphelios, and being behind in this game is such a threat still on that Trinity Force, able to deal so much damage. Kills the Aphelios, does end up going down to the Orianna, but forces both of them completely out of the fight. And at that time, there's no damage from any other sources, right? There's no one else really fighting.
Speaking of damage, this is the slowest Baron I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, Deranged teleported to the dragon.
Maybe a little bit of miscommunication there.
I think.
Maybe it was
they thought Varus was going to get fun.
Yeah,
I think maybe they thought Varus was going to get engaged on, which is fair. Varus was extremely low after the dragon. They do end up calling off the Baron, but still, Soul Point in a one-team fight. A lot of gold gotten out of there, about 3.5k lead now. And you do see notably 2 items on a lot of the primary carries now. We do not have that yet on the side of Velocity. They'll want to stall this game now. Find those items. They need a second item on the Aphelios for him to be able to deal with anything there.
Oh, Zach is a cat. Of course, 100%. It is a coriander ace. My apologies. I forgot about our branding. Coriander ace,
yeah.
Very important. I don't have the ad queued up. Buggle's in charge of that particular account. Dragon spawning about for me.
I want to say,
yeah, please.
Yeah, a comp in this game has done such a good job because a lot of these hooks that miss, they're flashed and things like that. You think about it like, oh, okay, well, he didn't get that one, whatever. But that shows up in team fight because now, carries like last fight, Aphelios doesn't have flash to get away, doesn't have that tool to, get out of a sticky situation when he's getting dove. And that's where those, unseen hooks show up, right? The hooks that you don't see land but are having those impacts. We just see Poppy top side. Is pinged out. Okay.
Listen, I mean, every champion that has a hook or a pull or any sort of like long skill shot that has CC tied to it, you're not just playing a champion, you're telling a story, right? Every bot lane is discussing like if the other support is feeling hot that day, right? If you're in a lane with a Thresh or a Blitzcrank, you're like, okay, this guy's like good, he's feeling himself, he's doing it. And then it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? If you start landing them, the other team almost like makes it happen even more. That's probably just what it feels like, but I'll be damned if it doesn't keep feeling like that. Okay, a lot of damage coming out here. Deranged has to get away.
Another friend.
Yeah, but starting to get closer in those trades. You see Deranged, the scaling of the Camille in the 1v1.
I'm sorry, I know a fight might break out, but I gotta say, thank you so much to the two lowest new investors to the low budget LCS. Unnamed 00, great name, but also Dove Deodorant. Thank you so much for the follow. So happy.
Oh gosh.
If you're feeling maybe a little bit dirty, grab yourself a bar of Dove soap and scrub yourself down. Keep yourself as clean as possible using only Dove products because Dove takes your cleanliness to new heights. Fly away with Dove. We've got something there. Dove, message us.
That was beautiful.
Thank you. I'm sure
that
this is
beautiful.
the real
That
Dove
was
account.
really good.
Thanks,
that
man.
was really good.
I appreciate that. Just please talk to our account managers. We'll work something out. Don't even worry about it. Yes, Dove. Yes, all right, Dove. I hope we see more of you and you give us more opportunities to talk about the wonderful products from Dove. Scrub-a-gub-gub! T. Schmidt! So good! Scrub-a-gub-gub. Very good. Very, very good. Vic, are you trying to ban? You trying to ban Dove?
Yes, for people who don't know, Dove Deodorant is the support for Buttermilk Lifestyle, who's named Luna, but his Twitch name is Dove. He's an absolute troll, and he should not be trusted. He should be pushed from any community that he's in.
Oh, that's so hard to hear because I trust Dove Deodorant implicitly.
That's why he named himself that. It's just to get you to be like, who's a brand that you really trust, believe in.
I like this. There's only one way to find out, and that is to over time. We'll see. Listen, our B plot is how's Dove Deodorant going to turn out. But our A plot is what's going to happen in this 2v1 right here. There's Turtle's ult being dropped. Oh my god, the ultimate! That was so much damage. The pop, here we go. The Cataclysm boss. Guy CT taken down right there. And now Turtle showing up. So much damage coming from this Varus boss Turtle. Does not make it out. And Loon, it makes a great flash, but barely survived. No way. Okay. Turtle really wanted that. Can we talk about...
That was beautiful.
Can we talk about how totally uncool it is? No, that's not true. There's a GGG turtle, there's a boss turtle, but there's also a boss guy. It's just a lot of overlap. And the key in this league to getting your name pronounced properly is to have a name that's very easy and phonetically able to be pronounced, and also not to be on a team or play against a team that has anyone who uses similar sounds. I'm sure I said the wrong name.
Was it us that casted the Zac team where there were like 3 separate
Oh my god,
Zacs?
yes, it was us. There were so many and there were Zacs playing Zac. as well.
One of the players not named Zach was playing Zach. So we were like, well, Zach, not that Zach, but Zach the champion.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I was like, is this a fever dream or did this happen?
No, that was a real nightmare that we both experienced at the same time.
It was beautiful. Soul does go over.
It does.
To Volatility during that.
It does. That was probably more important than my rant. Soul does.
Well,
go over.
it's low impact. Nothing happened.
Right.
Just
Right. Just a really important buff going over. This is Hex Tech Soul, right? So we're gonna have a little bit extra damage, some scary lightning that will spread from player to player. Obviously. In this moment of meditative equipoise, let us, of course, take a moment to congratulate the newest investor of the low-budget LCS, Not a Stoner's Arcade. Not a Stoner's Arcade. An arcade, not for stoners.
If you were thinking that arcade was for stoners, this is your notice. Oh, that is a blitzcrank very fast.
Oh, brought to you by the arcade, not a stoners. Boss guy CT getting taken out, and the collapse is brutal here. Shen now trying to make an escape here. Waveboy getting knocked up a comp in the front line. Derange not too far behind. That's a massive Orianna ult. So good from Waveboy. The Cataclysm as well without a hesitation. But look at the damage from the other team. It is just too much to bear. Waveboy barely making it out. Oh, I mean, there's a lot of power coming from Project Volatility.
Yeah, you gotta love the adaptation here, right? In the draft, you gotta love the change over to playing the Akali, playing the Camille, playing these hyperactive dueling champions right in the late game. They're just so hard to lock down and deal with.
Truly.
Oh, everybody gets one. Everybody gets one.
Everybody gets one. Akampt has played sometimes. Oh, Seraphine ult. That's going to click onto two people right here. We've got some follow-up damage. They're trying to capitalize on this moment. A teleport coming through, but that might be too far. It is deranged, of course, getting taunted. Oh, the pull across the board. Massive. That's going to be Seraphine taken out of the fight. Bisq doing their best to frontline. Loon going to ult in there. That's a shutdown, taking Camille down. Velocity Gaming not wanting to lose this opportunity. GG Turtle, though, so much damage. This is insane. The Bear is still living. No mana. Youngster Joey the pull in. Waveboy, can they clean up? Honestly, even like this, it's hard to tell. 800 gold shutdown onto the Shen. Akampt now. Uh-oh. 2v2, you need the front lines to be static right here, but everybody wants to move around. Akampt is going to get that back soon. There it is, rooted. Brownie taking their time. They're going in, trying to cut the vision. There's the fist, there's the pull, and the cleanup is profound as Brownie takes a fresh batch out of the oven, getting the kills right there. A fantastic series of plays, honestly, from both teams.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of shutdown Stuco back the way of Velocity, but beautiful play out of Brownie there, and Akampt just playing the edges of that fight, and ultimately, they're going to walk out of this. They have the Soul, they have two inhibitors down, the Baron is up, the map is theirs. Let's see if Volatility is on the victory march, or Velocity can make a final stand here.
I mean...
They're immediately on the map going for the Baron.
Yeah.
This has been already... I mean, you asked for series to, like, kick off, like, a new season. This is delivering.
Yeah, this is fantastic. I think last season, there was a pentakill in the first game of the season. And that was sick. And I mean, listen, just short of a pentakill, which, by all means, guys, don't hold back. Please, give us a pentakill if you'd like.
Yeah, if you guys want to, if you want a pentakill, feel free to.
I know it's just, like, on the table, and people can do whatever they want. Okay. Baron being burned down. They do know that it's being done. In situations like this, sometimes though. Ooh, Boss sort of walking up. There it is, the flash over the wall. Oh my god, Akampt just alley-ooping to himself. There it is, the headbutt against the wall. Half health being gone. Look at Brownie flanking around. Orianna in a rough spot right here as the assassin has found their mark. And there it is, going to be a 3v5 right now. Boss guy just getting obliterated. Ooh. Loon, the next to fall. Bisq getting taken out with the rest. And a Coriander ace as Project Volatility push us into a game 3 of this incredible series. There's no way I cast a curse that, right? They definitely win right here.
I believe it is next to impossible. Now, I believe even if they did not want to, that the minions would end the game here.
I've just been burned so many times. Okay, here we go. Game 3, yeah! Going into it.
We did it. End of the game. And just like that, I mean, we're into a game 3, and two extremely different drafts between game 1 and game 2. I'm super curious to see how that develops going into game 3.
Likewise.
Okay, for me though, it is a time to go to the little caster's room for a second as I chugged coffee
Please.
ahead of our first cast.
100%.
To prepare myself.
Absolutely. Don't worry. I'll vamp. I'll vamp like the best of them.
You got this. I believe in you.
Thank you. I'm out of idea, guys. I'm so sorry. What if I just collapsed right now? I could. I'll have a breakdown on stream. We're not afraid of that at the low budget LCS. Because that was about to get real depressing. I was about to be like, it's not just the technology. We're also not afraid to dive into those emotions because every part of you is beautiful and deserves to be seen. There we go. We brought it back. All right. Game 3. This one is gonna be a doozy. Both teams capable of winning. They've shown that they can perform on stage. They've shown on every level. They've shown they've got the technical skill to win. They've shown they have the strategic acumen. These players they're here to take that dub. And either way, no matter how this falls, I think we've got the start of a beautiful storyline. These two teams pushing each other to get better. Because at the end of the day, isn't that what these leagues are about? It's about having an experience, improving with your friends over time. Oh, it's just the best. Zach as a cat says, if you cast my team on Friday, LeChance, I'll give you a banger. I'm not casting on Friday. I'm casting this today, right now. You know it, because you're hearing it.
Mm-hmm.
And on Wednesday, I think I'm doing a cast as well. But someone is casting on Friday, and maybe they'll get your game. Mythos, I'm so happy that you feel inspired. Can we make an hour-long video of you quietly saying positive affirmations? Yes, of course. Absolutely. Easy peasy. We'll get right on that. We'll get our scientists on that. Oh, shit. Draft is back. Let me get this all set up for you. Have we had a side switch? We have. Beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Oh, shit, he's back?
I didn't want to interrupt. You were doing very well.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm glad I kept my headset on when I went to the bathroom and got that positive affirmation.
I
was like, you know what?
You felt safe. Oh, shit.
If I was feeling bad, I'm certainly not now. Just in case.
We're happy to. We're happy to.
I'm really curious how this draft is going to shake out, because we kind of saw a shift. Game 1, this happens in a lot of series. Velocity kind of did the, if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? They win game 1 with that style. Game 2, we do see the adjustment from Volatility. They're like, okay, we need to play this type of style against that comp. They're back on blue side now. Will they adjust their comp now to kind of fight against what they saw last game? Or will they say, oh, it's okay, we just had a few mistakes, fumbled a couple of fights, we'll change now. I'm unsure what to do here. Blue side obviously looks very strong right now. That first pick, they don't have to ban the Maokai themselves now. Hey, GG Turtle. See what they adjust. They do keep the... No, it looks like they're keeping it in the Maokai banned on red side. What they opt into here. The Bandison's Alphas and the Zyra. The other side bans are the same except the Maokai now, which does mean... What did they leave? Hold on. The Xayah is available, but they're going to take the Varus themselves. I do like that a lot. The Varus, very powerful. And AP Varus able to just burst through those tanks. I think Varus gives a lot more tools than Aphelios earlier in the game. The ult, obviously, around like some of those early fights can make a lot happen. See what they opt to play against it with the Xayah for Volatility. What will they add with it? They could opt into the Rakan here. Both Xayah Rakan combo. They could opt to take a jungler. You do always run the risk of separating the Rakan from the Xayah then, though. See what they do. 9 seconds left on that clock. We've not seen it. It looks like the Rakan hovered Unsure if it will be the Recon locked in. It is. They're going to get the Lovers duo themselves for Volatility this game. Very powerful 2v2. We'll see what Velocity opts into. That means there is no Blitzcrank. There is no potential for those picks like last game. Recon offering a lot more of that team fight presence, so a lot more ability to impact on a wider scale. Let's see what they choose to do here. Will be the Braum. Braum very good, does stop the feathers coming through. A lot of, if there is a Recon engage, if you're able to get your shield up ahead, the Recon engage, you will block whatever damage falls up. Does take away a little bit of that want for dive ability there. Should help them a ton. And it looks like it will be back to the Azir. Hovering that was very good in game one, and they will go back to the Azir. So lots of backline damage. We'll ban the Shin out, so no more Shin top lane. We will see a new top lane in this series. Very important there. What do they choose to ban around at red side? We'll have to pick on the R4. We'll have to blind something. Do have the Akali. The Akali into Azir matchup. Normally consider, the early lane you can get poked a little bit, but the Akali later, it's very hard for Azir to side lane against that. Something Velocity will have to think about during this draft. What is next? Looks like the Ornn hovered ban. They removed the Camille there, so some of that threat in the side lane gone. Do ban the Ornn. See what they opt into taking away next. Will be the Cassante. So we all new top lane matchups across the board. Oh my! Blitzcrank Hover would raise some real questions about where things are going here, but
what have we got here?
Yeah, it isn't locked, so
surely that is not.
I'm doubting. They have Recon locked in. It's gotta be the Zac. Well, notably,
that makes a lot more sense.
I love that pick there because Zac is also extremely popular in the top lane right now.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a pick that gives away a ton about what's going where. The Poppy, in my opinion, would be a great lock in here. You have Akali, Recon, and Zac, 3 champions. You would absolutely love to have that Poppy W against, be able to stunt a lot of that engage. And you have a great backline, right? Like Azir and Varus are very good. As long as they're not dove on and bursted out, is the Poppy locked in? See what they round out this comp with here.
Now we did just see some fantastic Poppy play. Also, not for nothing, if we're looking at narratives here, 2 games in a row, blue side has won.
LBLCS 100% win rate on blue side, and it is the Mordekaiser.
Breaking news: LBLCS hacked. Play blue side, you win.
Yeah, that's what the data gives.
There's a chance.
There's nothing else different from that. There is nothing. 100% win rate right now. Are there any other games going on? Have other games started?
Oh, yeah, there's tons of games going on all over
so
the place.
We can't definitively say.
Right. Due to
100%.
our inability to stream 40 games a week,
There's so many teams.
Dude, there's so many teams.
It's crazy
teams.
The outpouring of people who want. I know there's so many people who want to play, and it's so motivating. Also, as like a person casting or like working on the staff side, it's like this is so awesome. So many people we know are so interested in this league, and honestly, it's just awesome. It's just awesome to get to be a part of it.
There's a minimum of 560 people participating in the league.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
A minimum, and that's if you're not running more than your 2 mandatory subs, which you should get some more people. You should get some more people as time goes on.
Yes, you should.
We are gonna try to get to as many teams as possible, though. In all reality, because we wanna, and that's a good enough reason for us.
That's our goal.
let's start this prediction. All I got to do is hit one. Right, Velocity Gaming's on the blue side, Project Volatility's on the red side. We're gonna start that prediction right there. And listen, one team has won, the other team has also won. Who will win Game 3? How clever are you? Were you someone who bet on Velocity Gaming in Game 1 and then Project Volatility on Game 2? Actually, I do want to know that. If there's anybody in the chat who has done that, please let me know. Do you have 100% so far? And who do you think is going to win this next game with your 100% success rate so far? SNC Grim, who is streaming? I want to watch after this game. Who is streaming? I want to watch after this game. The sentence.
I don't think there's any other LBLCS streams tonight, right?
Not tonight. I'm gonna go to bed. Tomorrow night, though, there will be an LBLCS stream hosted by Buggle and Bear, and they're gonna be streaming Team Ionia versus Team Italy. Two excellent team names who are going to play against each other, I believe, at 7:30. So similarly timed. You can get in good before your bedtime. Oh, shit. The low budget LCS account is here. It's not me.
My.
So it has to be the other guy. We totally are not afraid. Def not and def aren't. Yep, that's the other guy for sure. For sure. We
Beautiful.
are going to get to needlessly large rods. Don't you worry.
I think the goal is still at least everyone gets one stream game, right?
Yes, that's absolutely the goal. Our prioritization, just, for the inside baseball folks, we stream whatever game works best for the streamer first, and then after that we really try and prioritize people who haven't been on stream yet, and then we also try to prioritize fun ass matchups, grudge matches, but the fun friendly kind, etc. Just good matchups in general.
Yeah, and there's a pretty fair amount of streamers now. I know will be streaming some this season.
Fuck yes.
So I'll be adding into that.
Taking on a
trying to
baby
pick up
caster of
guys.
your own to train and
raise them up correctly, just like LeChance raised me.
raise them right. Yeah, right. Vega showed up fully grown. Fully grown. Knew exactly
This
what
is
to
my
do.
5-year-old son, and he's like, doesn't fit in his clothes.
6'2". Fucking.
He's 5 years old.
I promise.
We're all members of the LeChance casting tree.
Oh, shucks.
So LeChance at the top, and then it goes down into other people. So someone will be under my tutelage. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, we'll see. But
It's gonna be great. I'm excited.
I'm excited because I'm gonna try and do dual roles. I want to get someone who wants to do color, and I'll do play-by-play.
Oh shit! Vega play-by-play. Vega was.
We've done it
very
once
kind.
when you were sick.
Yes, we did.
We did do it once when you were sick, and it was really funny because there's a bunch. I hadn't done it in so long, and I normally do enjoy. Now I'm an older man. I enjoy doing the color commentary. Because play-by-play is hard. Like for people out there, when I just talk about they really want to get Dragon, that would be really good. And then LeChance is screaming 100 words a second, and I'm like, yeah, this is not equal effort casting, especially in our games because people fight nonstop.
People do fight nonstop. That's what it feels like, at least in our games. Listen, I'm happy to shout about it, but definitely in the first team fight, I believe verbatim. You can scroll back and see the top tier casting in this league, but I believe I said, "Oh no, this is the first team fight I've had to cast." Just totally broke down in the middle of it. There's a lot going on. But yeah, no, that's sick, dude. Vega was very nice and let me when we first started casting together. Vega was like, I can do both. And I was like, that's sick, dude. I'm really bad at color casting. Is it okay if I do play-by-play? And he was like, yes, that's okay.
Absolutely. I a lot of times, what I like doing casting a lot of times, and I try and tell people when they're new to casting, do this, is find something you really are passionate about in casting. Like, I really like building a narrative. A lot of times color casting helps with that because you can kind of talk about certain points about the teams, highlight things you want to. When you have a great partner like LeChance who just leans into the point you're making, it makes casting that much easier.
That's great advice. We really do need to do that like advice thing at some point. We're tossing around ideas of just anybody who wanted to ask questions about casting, because we get a lot of questions. Sorry, I'm writing as I talk. Okay, I'm done writing. We get a lot of questions about casting, just like over the course of life and time. And, we've made up a lot of things. So maybe at some point we'll do like a free non-TED Talk for anybody who wants to like ask questions and get the most basic advice. Again, you can see exactly how good we are. We can't pretend to be better than we are. So you can make that decision on your own.
Never underestimate the power
We are
of the Scouts Code.
fully exposed to the world in our skills here. It's a unique position.
It truly
What's
is.
nice is when you have so many styles, right? You have so many different casters have different ways of like talking about things, or different, even just in play-by-play, just different styles of that. And it's so unique. And one of the things I really like is, really almost anybody can get into it if you're just willing to learn. And by the way, your Discord stream died.
It did. Now, did the stream die? That's the question.
So far, it has not.
That's great. We love that.
But I don't know how much of a delay I am on.
Here at the low budget LCS, we love it when things work kind of like they're supposed to.
It appears okay so far.
Okay.
So far, so good.
Okay. All right. Good. Also, really quickly, I just got to say, Accountium Ferrix, thank you so much for the resub. Very, very, very excited to have you back. You were saying.
Oh, no, just, everybody has their own style. And, don't be afraid of like, I don't sound like LeChance, so I'm worried about doing it because, that's LeChance's style. You can have your own style.
Speaking of style, also, Ferrix went to Japan and, to travel and enjoy themselves. And I asked them to take pictures of their favorite food, and they delivered in such a big way. I'm salivating at these beautiful. Ferrix, by the way, an insane cook. Check out some of the channels in the Discord. There's a lot of stuff going on there. Lots of great food being posted, lots of very cool things being built. And Ferrix has shown us just so many incredible meals. And the pictures that I got sent made me very, very hungry. And I'm going to hunt down some of those meals if I can. The one I won't be able to find, but I want so bad, is the special chicken curry with garlic butter naan. It's cauliflower curry.
My gosh, that sounds amazing.
I want it so bad.
That sounds so good.
Yeah, it's fucking wild out there, folks. There's a lot of delicious things you got to eat. Okay. We are here in game 3, and really,
always something with them at level 1 in these games.
Yeah, they like to tease each other.
The guitar spam from Mordekaiser, we do love that. I love these because they're really just for us. The other team doesn't see this. It's really just us.
Yeah, it's just for us and you, the viewers. Also, if you wouldn't mind doing me the kindness and peeking and making sure the stream really hasn't crashed. Now that we've
it is. I have it up on my left monitor and it is running.
Thank God. Okay.
I keep it here as the tech check, and just in case I need to, if I'm accosted in chat.
You are the best.
I need to respond. Doing my part as a what would you call it? A backseat driver of the stream.
I would call you like instead of tech support, just like emotional support when it comes to technology.
That's my real job.
Is to emotionally support technology.
Yes. Oh, pretty much. I mean, when you're like an IT project manager, you're essentially just, telling people it's going to be okay.
That is so funny and so true. And listen, I'm glad you're out there helping people feel safe.
Yeah, we hear you. We hear your issues. We promise we understand your frustrations.
Turn it off, turn it back on. See what happens.
Do you know why when you call like your ISP and they ask you to like power cycle it, a lot of times why that is?
Why?
They want you to go make sure that it's plugged in. And the best way to politely tell someone,
oh my god,
is to just say, hey, can you just unplug it and plug it back in? And it's just a way of being like, I'm not telling you that I don't believe you that it's plugged in, but you should just check to be sure.
I love little facts like that. That's fantastic. That's a beautiful little bit of infrastructure.
Oh.
Yeah, a little bit of trading up here. Of course, here we are, game 3 of this series. We've got the rubber match. We've pushed it to the very end. Wave Boy in a position to be ganked right here. That's going to be youngster Joey going, and he's going to pull him back. Brownie actually took a step back. Now he knows the pattern of Zach, right? Next time, he's not going to take a step back. He's going to stand up, get some more damage in on that trade. But we're back, and I'd say with... would you say these are pretty different compositions, or would you say, no, this is more or less more of the same?
I think that slight adaptations on the side of Velocity. I do like the adjustment moving to the Varus, who has a little bit more agency. I do like also the Azir over the Orianna, mostly because of the mobility, right? The ability, it makes it a little bit harder to get dove onto against the Akali. Now, Akali eventually, it'll have the same issues, the side laning. That's going to be the issues in this comp, is Mord will struggle later against the Fiora, one-on-one in the side lane. But the Poppy should help mitigate some of these dragon fights. And hopefully, I think their plan is, the early game when they're grouping around these dragons, grouping around these scrubs, they'll have the advantage of the Mordekaiser and Azir, right?
Right.
And then once they can get that advantage, maybe they can force these split pushers to group up and fight them around, things. We do see a gank top here.
Yes, we do. Deranged going to dash their way out. I think they've got enough health that they can walk to safety. Yes, indeed. But Boss Turtle making it known. They're not going to let Deranged just push up unopposed.
Yeah, I do like that a lot. A little bit of pressure there into the side lane. Make sure your Mordekaiser's able to farm fine. Make sure they're able to do what they want to.
Nice dash in there from Akon. Of course, no longer on that terrifying Blitzcrank. Back onto this Rakan. Was that Rakan from game 1? Sorry, on the other side of the map, they played Melio in game 1.
That's correct. And I got to give a shout out to youngster Joey in the series. The Nocturne game 1 early game, outstanding. The game 2, so good on the Poppy. In this game 3, Zach already has had an impact and finding themselves in really good positions to make plays. Right now, clearing those rugs off the bottom side, but will be behind and not on a ward here. See if they opt for anything. Looks like it might just be a base, as the wave is a pretty safe spot there.
Yeah, nice invade there from Zach. Okay, a little bit of trading up here in the top lane. 2 top laners very capable of killing each other's. Obviously not just with through skill, but also these champs, right? 2 champs that can fight, that like to fight, that can cause a lot of trouble, and are certainly going to continue to scale as well. Very excited to see who Mordekaiser decides is worth ulting here. And am I wrong in thinking, can the riposte stop the ult?
I believe he can. I believe Mordekaiser, when he ults, he sticks his arm out straight, and then it happens. And if you riposte during that, I believe it does work. We do see a little bit of harassment at the Grubs here. Unsure if they want to fight. But notably, it's the first time in the series, no supports at the Grubs.
Absolutely. They've got better things to do down here in the bot lane. A little bit of trading back and forth. But it seems like those first Grubs, the first round, is going to be... Oh, wow. There it is. The ult does come down. Bisk finding Deranged alone. He's got the extra level. Is he going to be able to get that extra damage? No! But just going to be happy with it. Not flashing under tower to get the kill. Zach's going to come up, though.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Good use of the riposte. Waiting till the very end of the ult. Using the timing on that so you can't get the pull in, get that bonus damage at the end. Mord has to wait. Doesn't want to get stunned using the CC during it.
Yeah, very patient play, and that's going to be
Nice
a
little
lot of
trade.
the back and forth up in the top lane. We're seeing similar trading patterns in the bot lane as well, right? You've got Braum, you've got Rakan, two champions where, like, you know Rakan's going to dash forward and then be able to dash back. And with Braum, obviously, you've got the shield that you're trying to play around and the passive as well. So two really understood fighting patterns down here in the bot lane, which makes trading look a lot more like a dance than anything else.
Absolutely. It does 2 grubs to 1 advantage for Volatility here. They've been the kings of the grubs so far in this series. I believe that makes it a total of, if I'm not mistaken, 8 to 1.
We should record that, shouldn't we? That's a great stat. Didn't even think about that.
I believe an 8 to 1 grub-a-dub-dub advantage.
Good. That name's going to stick for sure.
Another
There's so many fun things you can do with it. I do like also, we talked about in the draft the flexibility of picking the Zac on R4. We kind of see it here, right? You pick the Zac, you pick Mordekaiser because you're like, okay, Mordekaiser's got a really good matchup into tanks, right? He kind of just bonks tanks over the head. He has a lot of like bonus damage, things like that. But that gives him the flexibility to say, okay, we'll just send the Zac to jungle. We'll pick a counter pick of Fiora top, and then we'll give this matchup over to a more active, champion that wants to brawl with the Mordekaiser, that can play within the ult. But youngster Joey here,
Oh, speaking of playing,
peeping through the window.
games
This is like
are
when you see-
afoot. Charging goes in. There it is. There's the stop. Who gets the smite? They steal it, and that is beautiful. Red side getting the dragon without doing any of the work. Youngster Joey, though, gonna get his Zir ulted. Now they're gonna turn back, trying to find a target, but they can't get onto anybody. That was a great steal from Zac, and honestly, fearless jumping into 4 people. That is rough.
Absolutely. It's like in the old cartoons where you see the apple pie smell through the window.
Yes.
Youngster Joey's watching the dragon be done there.
Absolutely carried, lifted almost by the delicious smells of the dragon all the way through the window to the pie baking in the oven. Real quick, thank you so much to the 3 newest investors in the low budget LCS. Starting with an impronounceable name. Hold on. Pausing for this. Oh, look at that minion blocking right there. Deranged, finding themselves in the 1v1. The ult does get dropped as well. This is it. This is what we were talking about. Can they get the third and fourth proc? The flash forward, the auto, first blood goes to the Mordekaiser. He opened up that pit and he found success. Well
Open
done.
up this pit. Beautiful play there. Mordekaiser finally, second attempt is the one that matters. Gets that kill in there. Gets the ghost off. And no teleport onto range right now. Going to mean a crashing wave.
Oh,
Top lane.
Brownie
What
being
is
brought all the
happening?
way down. That was the pain train. But a good flash over the wall is going to keep them alive. God, they've got such a good CS lead. Were it to be sacrificed off a play like that, I mean, oh, boy would have made a deal of it. Okay, Scuttle.
Oh,
Who got that?
Frost Turtle, I believe, does get it, yes.
Yes, absolutely. Blue side happy to secure that Scuttle. Boss Turtle
A lot
really
of damage
just
here.
not feeling
Oh my
rushed.
God.
Tanks, man, Just
Someone is
tanks.
So there's someone next to him, just rubbing up against him on the way through the jungle and notices something, a fly buzzing around. It's, but youngster Joey, ever the grub getter, pushes the jungle out for velocity there, and we'll be able to secure these next 3 grubs to push them to 5, which I believe, if my math is correct. Hold on. 17 to 1? Is that right? I don't know. No, that's not right. Yeah,
We're gonna
yeah,
work
it
on
is.
that. Okay, all right.
Something.
I believe
Maybe it's
you.
right.
I
I feel
think
like
you're right.
last time I said 8 to 1, and I don't believe it could have gotten to 17 to 1 with 3 more grubs.
Listen,
but
I'm on your side.
I'm no
I'm gonna
mathematician.
support whatever you say.
I'm no mathematician. I'm gonna say it's a lot of grubs to 1 grub.
It's a lot of grubs to 1 grub. You heard it here first. Shout out to someone you don't know saying Deranged has played this whole series without flash. Giga Chad energy. Truly,
I didn't even
summoner
notice
spell
that.
we all rely on, and they're just like, I don't need it. I don't need it. I'm gonna fight you, and they go in a lot. They fight all the time.
Honestly, I'm not even worried about the solo kill because Deranged last game went down pretty heftily early in the lane, and it ended up just being, the same old, same old.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, they're pretty self-sufficient. They're able to get up to no good. A little bit of trading. Okay, really quick, back to these people. One name. Oh, we got a pause.
Our first pause of the season.
Oh, beautiful. Welcome to the pause dimension. What would be the pause zone? The pause...
I kind of like the pause dimension.
Pause dimension. Maybe dimension pause?
Dimension pause.
We'll get our best copywriters on this. Let us know if you know what the dimension...
Pause Patrol.
The Pause Patrol. Just going for children's TV show references right now. All right, well, while we work on that...
If the Super Bowl has a Nickelodeon stream, we should have a
I did
Pause
see
Patrol
that.
stream.
I did see that. What a crazy game. Wow, what if we spent the rest of the game talking about the Super Bowl? Okay, really quickly. Impronounceable name.
Yes.
SXXTHH. Thank you so much for being the newest investor in the low-budget LCS, as well as Onyx Bows and Zamausu Coalescence. Zamausu Coalescence. Coalescence.
Zamascolescence?
Yes. Is that a word?
Zamascolescence? Yeah.
That's a word. What does that
so.
mean? Does anyone know what that means?
No, but I think I know that. I believe I know
Oh
that.
shit,
now.
hold on, here we go. That's a huge engage right here. A 2v3. Lots of people getting knocked up. Loon making it further than I thought they would, but they will get cut down in the end. Hot
Big play there. Zach coming in hot. Beautiful play by youngster Joe, and they layer the CC perfectly. Everything but the Ignite on the Braum expended in the bot lane. And now with those 5 grubs, they'll be able to knock a lot of damage into this tower.
Yeah, absolutely. Also points to, oh, hold on. Here it, oh, wait, did they do it? No, no, they didn't. They're in the other dimension. They're in the Mordekaiser dimension, not the pause dimension, but who's trapped in where with whom? Well, once you come out, it's going to be a 2v1, and Boss Turtle is going to get deranged. Getting that kill right there.
Not domain exhaustion.
I kind of liked it. I wish
I did too.
There's got to be another way to say it. It's just so topical.
Any JJK reference is... I'm about it.
Dude.
Uh-oh.
Wave boy. Oh, gonna go in. Not able to pull. Listen, I get it. Throwing the Azir ult out there. Just for safety.
He's just drawing a line in the sand, saying, no, you can't come past here. This is my area.
Exactly. Boss Turtle getting a nice stun.
Well, they do have... It should be able to get out. Zach, okay, does expend the flash there.
Not even messing around with it. And with Poppy on your ass, you just can't, right? You can't charge up any sort of dash. You just gotta spend the flash. It's the Poppy
Exactly.
tax. Dude, a comp going at all sorts of different angles. Deranged. Dashing by. Fiora in these team fights, I'm really curious to see. God, I love that these teams just, like, truly on the Dragon timer are like, let's have a team fight. Here we go, Dragon down to half health. Fight line starting to be established. Look at Rakan on the
TP,
back line.
TP behind.
Teleport coming in. A comp going to get 3 targets right there. Going to go back in, get the knock up. Oh, Akali coming in. Another steal right there. Boster going to stop the Akali in the dashes. Loon taking a lot of damage right here. Somebody just fell. Was that the Zac? Hard to tell. Wade Boy trying to get these autos in, but the damage just is not there yet as they are in retreat. Boss Guy has to sacrifice himself. Wave Boy. Boss Guy, Wave Boy. Getting back to the tower, but the rest of the team looking to collapse on them right now. They want these kills. A huge wave coming in. He knows there's not too much that he can do right there. He's going to get knocked up. Boss Turtle buying so much time. These autos coming in, tanking the turret shots. Honestly doing every single thing they could. But in the end, they must go down. And another pause.
Another pause. The pause patrol strikes again. But a beautiful punish there, right? They get a beautiful TP off. A comp gets a crazy good engage on the Rakan, able to knock up all the carries, loot them in with the charm, and then knock them up. And then on the other side of that, they are able to punish the 2 remaining under the low HP tower in the bot lane. Extremely good play there out of Volatility. Adapting so well from that game 1. Looks like they've understood what they did wrong and are punishing that now. Sorry.
It's a word. It's in the dictionary. It's in my dictionary. Solaby.
I like it.
Saying maybe that they saw Varus being AFK. Maybe there are some technical issues being rooted out. Now, not a bad time to discuss that, of course, both of these teams do have 15 minutes of pause time allowed to them throughout the course of the series. So, you know, if you're having technical issues like that, this is the perfect time to use that pause time to bring us into the domain expansion. It just doesn't roll off the tongue.
Domain expansion.
We gotta find a thing that's easier for me to say, at least. I'm not good enough to say it. But yes, so they do have plenty of time to work with. Hopefully they can fix those technical issues if there are any. Breha, what's up, yo? Let's see. The position of the game right now, down 4K, up 2 dragons. I mean, this is looking really good for Project Volatility, right? And that is even with... God, did Fiora just get those 2 kills in this fight happening right here?
I believe so, because Fiora had died twice early, right?
Right. So kind of negating... Hey, one of the things we can do is toggle the gold right here. Take a peek at these players. Right now, top
very strong,
lane.
Xayah.
Oh, hot damn, that is a strong Xayah. Oh,
1900 in pocket for Zach, though. That's going to be a lot of money spent.
Mm-hmm.
Once they're back, that is going to mean a ton right there. But still, you do have scaling. You have the Varus, you have the Azir. These are champions that scale extremely well. Will be strong later in the game.
Absolutely. And of course, a resounding thank you to the newest investor of the low-budget LCS, Bucket Cheese. Bucket Cheese, you're a special kind of viewer. You're the kind of person who follows a stream when absolutely nothing is happening, and that kind of blind support we appreciate. And thank you for coming in at arguably one of the lowest action points that could exist in a streamed League of Legends match, and showing some support. So thank you so much. Bucket Cheese. Not a bucket of cheese, not bucket o cheese. Bucket Cheese. How big is the bucket? Use your imagination. What kind of cheese? Use your imagination as well. Bigfoot Wow coming in 22 months in a row of subbing, saying, hello. Well, hello, Bigfoot Wow. Of course, Bigfoot Wow plays WoW. Pretty good at it. He's been keeping me up to date on these bosses he's been doing. He's getting pretty close to the most recent raid. I think I heard 7% was the most recent pull from his guild. Congratulations to him. Bigfoot now using his moderator powers to pin a comment. Who knows if he did that on purpose? Only he can say. I don't know if he knows all of his moderator powers, but he sure be using them. He just tried. Oh, I didn't. I was gonna leave it though. Yeah, I fucking knew that was a mistake, Bigfoot. I knew it was. Bigfoot also a great caster. Hoping to get some games in with him as well. That was an accident. Yeah, it was, motherfucker. Vega, how do you think we should vamp for this potentially infinite amount of time? What would the pros do?
Have you watched any good shows recently? Is there anything you recommend that you've seen that you're really enjoying?
100%. Everybody open up your apps, go to Amazon Prime, and open up The Has Been Hotel. I had a blast. I'm a sucker. I think this one got me because it just surprised me at the same time. I love musicals. I like the singing, and Has Been Hotel was fantastic. Also, just they delve into demon overlords and like potential politics between heaven and hell, and I love that shit. Give me a power system any day of the week. I'll go in deep. Sprock and Peter MCB, thank you both for being the newest investors in the low budget LCS. You, of course, are now a part of our board, and we look forward to having you. I straight up cannot remember the whole spiel. I have to like relearn the spiel that I've been doing for multiple years. But it'll happen. How about you, Vega? Oh shit, we're back.
We're back. Well, we do have the pause.
Yeah.
So I will say, I've been just reading a bunch, like reading a bunch of books.
Hell yeah.
I read How to Make a Race Car, the Adrian Newey book. The F1 goes through his whole career of like designing race cars and stuff like that, which I really enjoyed that book. I finished the Rick Rubin book over our break, which is very good. Creative Mind. I recommend that to anybody. It's really cool. And outside of that, I just read a bunch of manga. One that I will recommend.
Dude, yes. Wait, what are you reading right now?
Kagura Bachi. which is like a sword fighting anime, and I think you would like it a lot because it has a similar like power systems in it are really cool. It's only 15 chapters in right now.
Wait, is this the one with the like demon sword? The swords have spirits in them?
Yeah.
Dude.
It's very new.
Dude.
So if you want to pick it up and go with it, like it's not so far. It's not like a One Piece type thing where
you got to read 1,000 chapters. Yeah, I'm up to date on that. I just read that like a couple of days ago. I love the premise. What, sorcerers like running around the world and like
very cool.
Yes.
Very recommended to me because I like JJK, and people were like, "Oh, if you like JJK, this is new," and I think you'll really like the same, like a similar concept of like what the world is kind of like.
Did the guy who wrote Bleach write that? Because the art looks kind of similar.
Maybe I would believe that. There's also a new, and I don't think it's out yet. Oh, we do get a fight here in the bot lane.
Boy, bringing up the turret. Good instincts.
Just a little scare there. Just spooked the bird a little bit.
Yeah. Chainsaw Man is great, Brandon.
Chainsaw Man is a man. It is very good.
Yeah. Yeah, you're pretty well read when it comes to manga.
I'm reading. Okay, so if we don't get a fight, I'll go through my list that I'm reading right now.
I would happily talk about manga with you all day, but I guess we have to cast this fucking sick fight. Oh, all right. No fight? Dude, Caster Curse is real.
It is. Okay, no fight. Looks like they're going to back off here. Is going to be a Rift Herald secured side of TVA. It is the bot turret. Oh, not a real turret. The Azir turret going down. Getting baited a little bit. I always get baited by that.
Yeah, me too. It's a turret. It counts. All right, so we get to talk about manga for another minute real quick. Unless Deranged tries to go in for the 1v1, he actually does, but Wave Boy was ready for it. The Wave going to do a little bit of work, and look at Bostrel coming around here, trying to find an angle. They're going to go for the knockup, but a great parry. Oh, Deranged.
And
you gotta flash
that.
the mastery. You earned it.
You after that one. The double charge mid.
It. Oh, shit. Here we go. Rakan goes in. Very nice. Just a jump to show.
Just passing by. Just passing by here, just showing like, hey, we're here, we can do this.
It's a little drive-by. It's a little drive-by. Doesn't matter. The 1v1. Here we go. I don't know how far it's gonna go though. Okay, Akali is actually gonna commit because they have the rest of their entire family has shown up. Nobody bullies Brownie in the top lane. A flash into the bush right there. Health bar going low. A good flash away from Bisk, trying to get back to tower. Do they have the shield? They do not. They go down. Well done. Great.
A valiant
moves.
effort. A valiant effort.
Project Volatility really trying hard to break the blue side winning streak here.
Yeah, and right now, in a pretty commanding position. This tower should put them just over 5k up early. Have the grubs there in a very good position, but we've seen in these games, gold leads don't always mean a win. Both teams still going to be scrapping. This third dragon is going to be very pivotal. If Volatility can get that, they put themselves on soul point. They get to force themselves into an opportunity of making Velocity fight before they're scaled and ready. They're very strong right now. A lot of engage in their comp, luring Velocity into that area of the map could be good. Velocity opts not to fight this, so you do run the risk of putting yourself on soul point against the team.
Yeah, absolutely. A risky move, and it's hard, right? Like, the right choice is difficult, because if you show up and you all die for this, and they get the dragon as well, okay, well then you really double lost. Oh, Deranged coming in, showing us a little bit of taste of what Fiora is capable of, but Wave Boy is really competent on this Azir. We saw them in game 1 show up and be a massive secondary damage dealer. And I'm gonna be real, saw how strong Varus was last game too. There's still plenty of time to come back. Boss guy gonna come in and steal this with a Q? No?
Thanks better of it. Thanks, Dusty. They don't see the recomp, but the Kron is lurking there. So good play there by Comp, just covering if anybody tried to come throw anything into the pit. They could have maybe forced an engage over that wall.
Hey, I get it. I get it. Mordekaiser pushing on that top side of the map right here. Deranged. Oh, look at this. Look at this dive right here going out.
Oh, sidestep!
A massive Azir ult. A teleport coming in. Hold on. They want the counter punch. Bisk running forward. Bisk is not weak. certainly if he can get his hands on someone, get those paws across, grab somebody, pull him in, start really smacking him down. It's just not gonna happen. I mean, Velocity Gaming, like they're looking for an angle back in. They're making these plays. They're being smart about it, right? They don't sacrifice the team to get the third dragon. They're essentially betting, okay, we're gonna show up on Soul Point. We will have to fight that. We're okay with that. We're gonna show up. We'll be a little bit stronger. We're gonna try and find a win then. But it is gonna be difficult. You have to make sure, if you're gonna do that, that you don't fall deeper and deeper, further behind. The question is, how can they spend this time so that they're reliably scaling? Gotta be safe CS and not get picked.
Absolutely, and right now you see they're trying to invest a little bit clearer with vision when they can here. It is still 3.5 minutes until that dragon spawns, but it's the most important 3.5 minutes of this game. They need to get through farm here. Boss Turtle getting harassed on this blue buff.
Jump onto the Poppy. Deranged, gonna go forward as always. It is in there. It's their truest instinct to dash forward and start a fight. Fiora, Camille, these are perfect champions for a player like this to play. Waveboy once again finding themselves in the 1v1. The camera cuts away, which leads us to believe Waveboy will be safe. It does appear to be that way.
As long as he has the tower there, is able to summon up the tower, it should be okay to farm. Does have the ult up, does have the flash, but when that tower's down is really the danger time of the map, right? That's when the Akali has the opportunity to pressure there, and the longer this top lane matchup goes, the more Fiora favored it gets also, and she's, oh, nice stun!
Absolutely, if they can get this pick onto a comp, that'll be big. Who's the kill gonna go to? To Braum. Probably not who they wanted it to go to, but I think at the end of the day, that was the Ignite that ticked down and took it. And hey, they got to pick a little bit more gold going into their pockets.
Oh, boss guy.
Yes, indeed. That's an ult going to be dropped. He's trying to walk backwards. Can he find someone? He goes to Loon. Here we go. Poppy going to drop the ult and chuck Fiora out of there. Good.
I think you're fine with that. That's Fiora's ult and Ghost invested there. You do get the flash off of Braum and the ult out of Poppy, but should be back up in time. Most of these resources will be back up. A little annoying deny there. Most of these resources should be up. Actually, notably, now that I think about the Braum flash, is the one cooldown not going to be there for that dragon fight. So, not the biggest of cooldowns. Braum's flash, not insanely important, but do you see pressure on the Baron now?
Yes, indeed.
Does Velocity know? Mordekaiser in base. He doesn't have TP.
Nope. They're probably going to get this one. Running it down to about half. We do have an exploratory committee poking their heads in. Let's see, Boss Turtle fully knows now. The question is, do we have ults to get them out of the way? Can we get a steal? That's going to be a flash in. Is not able to get the steal. A teleport coming in too. Loon here as well. Boss Guy trying to do this front-to-back fight right here. Let's see, Brownie coming in on the back line as well. That's the Azir ult. That's an exhaust onto the Azir, and Brownie going for the assassination, and they are just able to vivisect the lines here and just cut the blue side down. Bisq showing up. There it is. The Azir does get taken down, but the Mordekaiser having to use the ult surely to find the 1v1, but also kind of to hide from the rest of the team. Can he win the 1v1? He does, and now there it is. Just the collection team picking it up, sweeping up the gold into the old bucket. Gonna bring it back to the Nexus, but not before they knock down a couple of towers and probably an inhib as well.
Absolutely, and beautiful job from Volatility there. Playing around their comp, forcing an objective when they knew they had a slight advantage. There's no Poppy ult. They didn't have wards in there for a while. They lure them into that fight, and now Soul spawning. They've pushed the base in. They just want to fight. They get the Baron recall. Now it will be a Soul Point fight, but you've just expended so many resources as Velocity. You don't have as much, ability to fight around this. It's going to be fresh buys, fresh items for everyone on the side of Volatility. You got to think they're feeling confident here, but you have the Poppy ejection. There's always a chance at a steal.
That is absolutely true, and I think a great point about that Poppy ult is, listen, it's not just CC, it is physically moving you out of smite range. Boss Turtle here with a comp, trying to wonder what to do with that blast cone. Let's see, fight lines being drawn. Mordekaiser does have teleport up. Bisq, gonna need to find an angle here. Velocity Gaming really, really needs this. Project Volatility starts up the dragon. They are burning it down. Loon over the wall here in a moment of safety. Bish channeling the teleport, going in. Boss Turtle being aggressed on. Loon trying not to get picked by Deranged on the back line. Akant going in a massive charm. This is incredible. There's the Azir ult to protect them, though. That's a Braum ult used as well. They actually get the Rakan, and now they're turning on the rest of them. The question is, can they get the Dragon? They need to go in. Red team gets it. That's Mountain Soul. So close. That was such a good fight for Velocity Gaming, but they just weren't able to get the Dragon. Taking a long time to really burn down this Zac. Oh my god. All right, they will they get the Zac in the end? Hold on. Do they have the damage? Youngster Joey's back up. He's gonna stop that kill. This Zac is living for so long. Deranged though. The base in shambles.
Deranged TP'd into the base
Brownie
to try to
goes in, gets onto Loon. That's the kill, and Boss Turtle goes down too. Oh, the Bane train just keeps on going. What a split from Fiora. All of that a 4v5. Brutal.
It looked like it was going to be a good fight for Velocity, that they were turning it. They got them into the choke with the Varus ult, the Azir, pushing them back, but Volatility, ever persistent fighting, able to get more push into the base. One of the Nexus towers, and Zac, Youngster Joey staying on that objective, being able to smite. They get out with Baron surviving on 2 members, and they also get the Soul here in great position now. 4-0-5 Brownie, absolutely outstanding series on this Akali, back-to-back games, so strong.
Now, Velocity Gaming did find some success in that fight. Do you think that they can pull that off in a 5v5, or was this just like a slip? A slip up from Project Volatility? Do you think they can reliably run that team fight back? Because they're gonna have to.
Reliably may not be the word I would use, but
what's the percentage chance rate? Do you think they can maybe do that again?
It's always possible, but I just worry because it just gets harder, right? Because we have an opportunity. They have the Mountain Soul now. They have big buys. There is that, Mountain Soul gives you the extra layer of, if we mess up an execution, we've got these extra shields, these extra resistances. But there's always the risk, right? So you over-engage into the Poppy Azir, and they punish. What you see here, gonna be an engaged top lane, but there is defense here.
The tower's gone pretty quickly. They've got the grubs. They've done the grub dub. Youngster Joey is getting ulted by Mordekaiser. Don't know if there is the damage there to kill him fast enough, and there might be a re-engage when he comes out. There it is, the charm coming through. A comp of Poppy doing their job. Youngster Joey going down, living for a long time, though, and in the backline once again, Brownie. This Akali doing everything they've done for every team fight thus far, cutting people up in the backline, and we've got a 3v4 on our hands right here. Boss Guy in the front line, Wave Boy with some damage, some low health bars too. The question is, can they get the damage onto the people that need to be hurt? Deranged splitting once again. Not sure if that inhib came back up, but this is just problems all over the place. One Nexus turret left. Boss Guy stepping up, maybe stepped up too far. Azir Tower coming down, a flash away. Boss Guy needs to live. Akali choosing not to follow that Shuriken. Didn't quite hit the target they wanted. Another inhib falls as Velocity Gaming has a base in shambles right now.
Absolutely. Volatility playing the slow, grinded out game, and I like it. They do have a strong comp. The Fiora, the Xayah, they scale extremely well. They do a good job of waiting to the end of that Mordekaiser roll and then immediately TPing in to force that fight, right? Immediately piling onto the Zac, making it hard to find in the fight. They do lose one, but they managed to get to take that top inhib. The Baron is going to be spawning, and they've just been on this side of the map, so they know the Velocity does not have a ton of vision on this side.
Absolutely well said. Baron spawning right now. 2 minutes till Elder. Ooh, just on a pink ward right here.
Oh!
Choke points. Choke point fights have been going pretty good for Velocity Gaming. Teleport coming in from Azir, but that's a big wave in the top lane. Keep your eyes on that. Keep your eyes on the minimap. Deranged over the wall here. A threat on the side, but they just can't let this Baron go unanswered. Fiora thinking about backing. They've got teleport up too. We could see them teleport to try and split the team. Unfortunately, Velocity Gaming just really, truly stuck between a rock and a hard place. Not sure if this can back right there just yet. Let's see, the whole team's going to go in on them. They're going to ult for safety. A good flash away. They get themselves a little bit further. The teleport coming in. Fiora Fiora's going for it. Wave Boy gonna find themselves in a 1v1 that they'll have to win, but they've done it deranged, and the rest of the team engages to hold them back as Fiora finds themselves in the 1v1 that the camera doesn't want us to see, but we don't need to because that Nexus is gone! And Project Volatility come back in a resounding 2-3 win in this first game of Season 12 of the Low Budget LCS.
What a series, back and forth the whole way, but Volatility, the adaptations, amazing job there. After game one, could have been tough. They had to lead it early and ended up, losing the game. And for a lot of players, that can be tough, but they managed to pull themselves back and win that game 2 and game 3 in decisive fashion. I know for Velocity, that one's going to hurt, but they are playing with a sub. So there is always that, it's week 1, you're playing with a sub. You had a pretty competitive series,
Absolutely.
Both teams looking amazing, week 1.
100%. Lots of